Hello, hello. Promise you I'll be going live with Chuck. I'm going to call him in about 5 minutes. The floor will be his. It's going to be a mind-blowing decode. Unbelievable. As he's doing it, we might take an occasional break to see what you guys are saying in the chat. But in general, I just want him to flow. I want him to just pump out his code and give him this platform to do so. So it's going to be wild. It's going to focus on the New World Order. People may say, well, there already is a New World Order. We're completely controlled. But I believe it'll be a New World Order to the extent where everybody's aware of it. You know, the New World Order has always been a conspiracy theory. Do you know what I mean? It'll be at a point where everybody's aware of it by next year. And Chuck's code will show you why we think that. I basically have been talking about this for a while. Chuck, I feel like, has gone next level since he started looking into Revelation. So he's grown through this knowledge, which is sacred. So hello, Neil. How you doing, mates? NR, AP. Hello. It's not evening for me. It is, wow, it's 1:01 for you 26 prime. The age Elizabeth's mother died, 1:01. So yeah, this is going to focus on Chuck. 25 in the live, 6 likes. That's 16 times 16. I think Man United have scored 16 this season and conceded 16. A club very affiliated with the number 53, the 16th prime. Hello, Paul. How you doing, mate? Jimmy Mack, good afternoon. Yes, Chuck is amazing. He really is. My community is amazing. The level of knowledge on this platform is quite simply staggering. I know a lot of people right now will be sat down watching the NFL, which is a crying shame, but it is what it is. That franchise is outrageous, isn't it? The NFL. The amount of times that a team needs 1 yard from like 3 plays and can't get a yard is beyond a joke at this point. Just found your channel very interesting. I appreciate that, Philip. If you like what I do, you're going to enjoy going all the way back to my first video. A lot of people have said that. They said that they found my channel, loved it, and then they went back to the first video. If you go back to the very first video that I've ever done, which was about Kobe Bryant, you'll see how much I've grown in so many ways. That's down to this knowledge and the Holy Spirit within me. But I think it was the knowledge that allowed me to find the Holy Spirit within me. So yeah, enjoy my content. I've definitely covered a lot, and enjoy it whilst you can is what I'll say. To be honest with you, enjoy it whilst I still have a platform. Hopefully I'll have one for many, many more years, but I don't know. It all depends on what goes on over the next year or so. We see censorship is increasing. People like myself are making it difficult for my channel to grow, giving me warnings, this, that, and the other, deleting my Patreon, taking away all my income. So there's already been seeds planted. There's been seeds planted, hasn't there? And I'll keep doing what I'm doing for as long as I can do it, baby. Okay, I give my all to this knowledge to share it with you guys. I'm so grateful to all of you for allowing my platform to grow. Yes, it's not huge, but 45 in the live, 45 the 9th triangular number there. 45.9 is very big. That's why Michael Jordan won number 45 when he came back from playing in Major League Baseball, and why he won number 9 at the 1984 Olympics, the year he was drafted and the year that LeBron James was born. This is great. The Panthers have just gone up 14-0 against the Bucks. And I did a post. I saw some at halftime. I saw a lot of things at halftime for the Panthers to massively upset the Bucks, and they've just gone up 14-0. If that does happen, if the Panthers do shock the Bucks, it's going to be one hell of a video. I'm going to do a video as well about KDB and his 2 sons, Rome and Mason. And no, I'm not joking. Both had the 1717 on the back of their shirt, and Freemasonry was founded in 1717. What is the significance of 229? 229 is the 50th prime. Satanic gets you 50. Told you it's why Kobe Bryant was drafted in the 50th NBA draft, and his highest scoring game was his 666 game. And he died 497 months and 3 days old, 4973, the 666 prime, and he had a 666 workout plan. So the 229 is connected to 50. It's why the Astros yesterday beat the Yankees, and now the 5-0 in this season's playoffs. Like I told you, the Astros would win that game. Because it is all by a code. Wow, I just got 50 people now. Hey, this is the stuff that goes on with me every day. 50 people in the live as you just asked me the significance of 229, the 50th prime. And then I have 50 in my live. You got to love it, haven't you? Elon equals 17, smart 17, digital equals 17, tech 17, anti 17, man 17, cool 17. Mason also equals 17. And modern day Freemasonry was founded in 1717. 17 plus 17 is 34. Another reason why the Bucks may lose today and drop to 3 and 4 for the season. We know Benzema just became the oldest player to ever win the Ballon d'Or. He was age 34. Steph Curry just won the NBA, again at age 34. Messi won the Copa America at age 34. The final was his 34th appearance. Matt Stafford, the quarterback for the LA Rams, won the Super Bowl at age 34. 17 plus 17 is 34. Modern day Freemasonry was founded 1717. I've been raving on now about celebrations, about tattoos, about the numbers, about the code, about the rituals. And finally, I'm getting a bit of traction because finally more people are seeing it and it's all being revealed because Revelation is more than likely playing out. Guys, my book, The Illusion, and I ain't going to plug it because it ain't done yet. Do you like cheese? Yes, I'll be honest. I love cheese. I ain't going to lie. I was looking today at James Madison's tattoos. It's just in your face. I think he wears number 10 for Satan. And again, there's a reason why Halloween's the last day of the 10th month and Satan gets you 10. I clocked that today. And I'm pretty sure that's Marcus Rashford's birthday as well, who's number 10 for the Red Devils. Let me double check that with Rashford. I'm sure his birthday is October the 31st. It is. I'm right. Number 10 for the Red Devils. Okay. His birthday's on Halloween, the last day of the 10th month. Absolutely staggering stuff, guys. It's all there. It's all there. Again, these pro athletes, they all have the tattoos, don't they? Especially in football, soccer. They all have the same celebrations. And I've told you, they don't really care about who wins. They know those trophies are illusions. All right, don't mean anything. I'm pretty sure number 10, Jeff Hurst, is aware that his hat-trick was all supernatural and it had nothing to do with his ability. Why wasn't he even playing for England half of the games in the World Cup? And then he suddenly appears because of an injury and then gets a hat-trick against Germany, who were phenomenal back then, and pretty much every year they're a really strong team, aren't they? Which is no coincidence when you actually study Germany and the Nazis. But again, every German I've met have been amazing people. So let's not judge the whole nation of Germany for some sick Satanists. I told you the Nazis won the war. The Nazis won it. Not Germany, the Nazis. And then the Nazis cruised over to the US. Is what I think anyway. So I'm going to call Chuck in a couple of minutes. Do you think the World Cup is coming soon? Do you think Adam World Cup is coming soon? What do you mean by that? I said before anybody that I think it'll be the last ever World Cup about a year and a half ago. Again, many things I say, I hope I'm wrong. In regards to the World Cup, I ain't bothered if I'm wrong. If it's the last one, I'll be more than happy with that. I don't watch it. I don't watch the games anymore. I have no connection with England and I'm not patriotic with England. I don't care if they win it. I know they have a great riddle to win it. I already proved that I don't care about England when they got to the final of the Euro 2020 final, and I didn't watch it. And when people were bombarding me with messages saying England have took the lead, you're finally going to win the Euros, I was like, I don't care. And they got really upset with me because I didn't care, which is pretty wild, isn't it? You're listening to Kate Bush and Duran Duran. Kate Bush, keep running up that hill. That song is connected to the devil. And if you watch the video, Placebo covered that song. You can see all the satanic symbolism within it, within that video. And I love Placebo. I'm a big fan. I'm almost certain the lead singer's a female. But the music's fantastic, in my opinion. So, again, when Chuck comes on, it's him. I will do all I can to not butt in with my big old mouth. Just let him flow. I'll only interrupt if I feel like he's going on and on and on. If I feel like I'm getting like, oh, all right, Chuck, I'll cut him off and I'll try and mix it up a bit. But I think his work's so good, it might be good for you guys to listen to him. Bro, aren't you scared about saying such things? No, I have no fear of anything or anyone. I have the Holy Spirit within me. Why fear death when we cannot die? All right? Wrote a song about it somehow. Why fear death when we cannot die? It's time to realize that we have three eyes. I can't remember what else that I did. I just flowed it. No, I ain't scared of anything or anyone. All right? The stuff I call out, it's the spirit within me. I still have days where I feel like, how am I calling this out? How do I have this level of discernment? Why me? I do. I ask myself that quite often, but I go along with it. I think what I'm doing is inspiring people. I think it's really important that people like myself call out deception. I have this knowledge. I've told you I could just use it to code sports and win a load of money. That's what Satan wants. All right, he'd be happy with me doing that. That's why he never takes any videos down of me where I'm talking about sports, even if I'm revealing the major deception, because he knows how blind people are. All right. I will keep exposing wickedness, and the Bible says that's what we should do. Expose wickedness. And this is a spiritual war. All right. I have no doubt in my mind. So no, I ain't scared. Bell's Twitter was locked down. And I always tell you, Bell's is really good. I think Bell's was inspired by my coding. To be honest, he's told me. With the Kobe stuff and the Pope stuff, like most people use now. I think Bell's is a great guy, was doing great work. And the fact that they shut down his Twitter says it all, because he isn't extremely controversial. He's not swearing here, there, and everywhere in his posts. He's just excellent at what he does, especially at decoding goal scorers and everything like that. So he's revealing a lot. I'm revealing a lot. But remember, there is Satan, but there's also God. And as of now, I feel like God's protecting me. And I do believe when my Patreon got took down, that was actually God giving me a reset. Yes, I had made about $3,000 a month and had this following, but I would say 75 to 80% of my content was about sports and coding it. And I think he needed me to reset. And when I found the book of Revelation, the day before this happened, I did. I reset. I took my work a different route, and it's been a blessing. So do I like fireworks? Yeah, I would say so. I would never pay for them. I don't like them that much where I would pay because they're pretty expensive. But yeah, I have no issue with fireworks. They can be really beautiful. I'm sure there's something deeply satanic about them as well. But when I see fireworks, I love them. I've always liked fireworks. Okay. So fear not the man who can kill your body, fear God who can kill you and cast you off to hell. I don't really want to focus on the hell and the heaven. I understand where you're coming from, but I do like the whole thing about fear not the man. They do actually mention to say fear God, like, but in the sense of respect. Like if basketball was real, I'm sure that players respected and somewhat feared Michael Jordan. But they weren't going to roll over, were they? They weren't going to roll over, but there's got to be a level of respect. So, right, I lived in Leeds, fireworks season went on for months. Then, if it's going on for months, it's probably satanic. If they're pushing things, you know what I mean? Are you tired, Adam, after your flight? Mate, I haven't slept properly for 2.5 years by doing this work. I'm always stimulated. You saw in a recent live that I did, I'd not slept for 30 hours and I still had more energy than most people in the world. So am I tired? I think so, but I always find ways to push through tiredness. I think tiredness can be an illusion at times. Often I've realized when I am tired, if I get up and I work out and I run or I stimulate my brain or I do something that I find engaging, I'm not tired anymore. I think tiredness can be an excuse in many ways. Yes, there's times where you are genuinely exhausted and you need to sleep. You need to reset. It's like a computer. Sometimes you've got to turn it off and just let it cool down, baby. But in general, for me, do I get tired? No. If you watch me play sports, I can run all day long and all night, baby. Woo! All right. It's the way I operate. So I'm glad somebody's saying, oh, my mind is already blown. I'm happy to hear that. To be honest with you. Fear not, man. It's always love in all ways in. I like that. I died and now I'm in the nothing. What do you mean by in the nothing? Much love, happy face, man. Nothing but love for you. You know that. My boy from Wolverhampton. Happy face, man. Did you support Wolves? I'm sure you've told me. Did you support Wolves before you had this whole awakening? Or were you a Villa fan, Birmingham? I honestly can't remember. Let me know. I'm sure you was a Wolves fan, weren't you? Tampa just made it 3-14, which is pie. Brady retired after 22 seasons, 7 rings. 227 is the 49th prime, which connects to Revelation, and he supported the 49ers, or he still does. But 22 divided by 7 is 3.14. 314, 73rd day of the year. Brady 7-3 in Super Bowls. Steph Curry, born 73rd day of the year, plays in San Francisco for Golden State Warriors. Obviously, Brady was born just outside of San Francisco, where the Church of Satan was founded. All right. Absolutely mind-blowing stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And now I'm about to call Chuck. Looks like the Bengals are going to win in a huge Queen ritual, which I'll get to later if I have time. All right, I'm going to call him. When you see the nothing, your personality of old dies. Okay, I get what you're saying. What are your thoughts on government on Raul injury? Wolves player, they say, is in Mexico. Again, Jimenez has gone through so many rituals. He dominated for Wolves for a few seasons and now is basically, you get all these rewards, then they screw you over, then they give you rewards again. It's often what happens. So in regards to Jimenez, all these top stars go through rituals. It's hard to believe anything. Right, I'm going to call him. Enjoy, guys. This is going to be good. And I've bigged it up, but I don't care. Because I know it's going to be good in my soul, baby. All right, here we go. There we go. Enjoy, guys. I'm going to... Adam, Wolverhampton, Coventry and Dudley do not consider themselves Birmingham. All right. Listen, I'm not going to be able to read your comments at this point. Maybe about 20 minutes in, I'll have a goose over. So enjoy this. All right. Pour yourself a drink. Get yourself, I don't know, a little bit of chocolate. Whatever it is you want to have, baby. Woo! Woo! This is going to be really interesting. Do not let it scare you because God wins. God has already won. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go.
Hi, Adam. How you doing?
The legend is here. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks.
All right.
Timing because I just finished dinner. So.
What did you have?
Chicken Kiev, pita bread, salad.
Unbelievable. Was it a garlic chicken Kiev or just regular?
Yeah, garlic.
Oh, excellent call.
Not made from the shop.
Oh, yeah. Was it Bird's Eye?
No, it was where did I get it from? Oh, Iceland.
Iceland. There we go. Right. I've people are saying hi to you, Chuck. There's a lot of people that are really starting to appreciate your work now. They're excited for this. Happy Face Man just said hi. He's got a beer. Travis has got chips and a beer waiting for this. So you've got a beer as well. Good lad. Well, you know what?
Yeah. It's been a long day at work, so I need to unwind.
Chuck, should I crack myself open a nice cold one for this? Am I going to need one?
Yeah, I think you should, man.
All right, give me a moment. I'm going to crack a can open here. Stone Cold Steve Austin style. All right, just give me a second, mate. I've got to walk to the old fridge. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Modelo. There we go. I'm going to actually drink out of the bottle. All right.
Yeah, from the bottle.
Yeah, I'm going out of the bottle, mate. I forgot. I got a 6-pack. It's not a coincidence that they sell you beers in 6s, is it? You know what I mean? It's got to be a 6-pack.
Yeah.
Right, mate.
Yeah.
Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a cheeky Modelo. I bought it this morning. Modelo Especial. It's got the 2 lions on it for Babylon. Right, Chuck. Right, mate. You and I have been on this for a while now, haven't we? With Revelation and that it's all playing out. We know how big the number 42 is, and we're making all these connections. It can be a little bit concerning where the world may go, but I don't think it really can be stopped at this point. But we can use our discernment, and we can obviously, the more prepared you are for anything, the better it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's when you get blindsided where you're like, oh my goodness. So let's try and help people then.
A few weeks ago, I was hoping maybe we got 2 or 3 years, but to be honest with what I found, the last 3 days I've been looking at it. I'm lucky because I could decode at work for hours, and it just unraveled until I've come to this point. And
before you get into the code, are you agreeing with me with 2023, or do you think it's going to be like within the year of 2022?
No, it's definitely the World Cup has got a big thing to do with it. I think there might be a Super Bowl, but I can't even guarantee that, to be honest.
Yeah, so you're with me on the fact that it's probably the last ever World Cup. Yeah, the 22nd, the master number, Satanic gets you 22. You think this is the last ever one? You on me with that, yeah? With the World Cup?
Yeah, unfortunately, I really think that.
Okay. Right. Well, what we're going to do here, Chuck, you're going to basically explain why you think that and why you think the New World Order is basically going to manifest itself in the very near future. And I'm going to let you go for it, brother, because I've got nothing but respect for the work you do. I think you're absolutely incredible. Yeah, but just with some of the numbers, Chuck, just go a bit easy because you're such high level. You're so unbelievably high level at this. You'll probably pour off numbers like sometimes I do, where people go, wait, what? So just every now and again, we'll take a little break. We'll see what the chat's saying. But
yeah, sure.
Right, let's go for it, mate. This is all you.
So, okay, this code is about the World Cup, the New World Order, and Astana in Kazakhstan, which is supposed to be a New World Order capital of the world, and how England have immense numbers and connections to win the World Cup. We can start with this though. It might be one of the biggest finds that I've had.
Oh.
Connections to the Satanic World Cup. So Joseph Stalin, he was born 18th of the 12th, 1878. World Cup final is on 18th of the 12th, 22. Joseph Stalin's birth to World Cup is 144 years. There had to be 144, right? Jesuit order. King Solomon equals 144.
My birthday.
Mark of the Beast. Sorry?
My birthday.
What, 18th of the 12th?
No, my birthday is the 14th of April, 144.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And the Elizabeth line for the tube opened on the 144th day of the year.
Blimey, yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
It's wild.
And, Mark of the Beast equals 144. And Joseph Stalin, he died 6th of the 3rd, 1953. Sir Francis installed as Pope is 60 years, 9 months. The Jesuit Order equals 69, Queen Elizabeth 69, Illuminati 69, New World Order 69, the Mark of the Beast 69, Temple of Solomon 69.
Do you know Queen Elizabeth? Queen Elizabeth was coronated exactly 69 weeks after she became the queen, and she was coronated in 53, the year Stalin died.
I knew the 53. I didn't know the 69.
Yeah, she was coronated exactly 69 weeks after becoming the queen, and Queen Elizabeth equals 69.
Bloody hell. It's huge.
Wow.
And it was also, he died on the anniversary of England national football team being founded.
Oh, when was that? I didn't know that. Is that the date?
Sorry?
Wow, say that again, mate. I didn't know that, when England national football team was founded. What date is that?
3rd of the 5th, 1953.
Wow. Okay.
And 83 years later, Devil equals 83, the Queen of England equals 83, football 83. And
that's Tom Brady's birthday as well. That's Tom Brady's birthday. 83.
Oh, right.
The GOAT.
Oh, yeah, 83, yeah.
Wow.
And Baphomet obviously equals 35.
So does Satan.
He was born 7,004 weeks to Francis installed as Pope. Lucifer 74, Masonic 74, Messiah 74, the Great Reset 74, Jesus 74, the King 74, and Killing 74.
Wow, my
and
word.
Also, that's just Stalin, but the World Cup final is also on the birthday of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, whose assassination was the catalyst for World War I. And his death to the start of World War I was 4 weeks, 2 days. So obviously the beast and the 42 again. Sorry.
No worries, mate.
England play Iran first game, and the Iranian embassy siege in London began 30th of the 4th, 1980. So Southgate made England boss 27th of the 9th, 216, which is obviously the Jesuit anniversary.
Yep.
That's 13,300 days.
What?
The siege began on 133 date numerology, and Francis installed as Pope on 13.3.
And the word football equals 133, and the lowest score in Super Bowl in history was 13-3.
Really?
And it involved Brady, yeah. The Patriots won 13-3. Obviously, they win by 10
I
points.
remember you saying that.
That's insane, mate. Wow. I think when it comes to long-term date durations, you're the best that I've ever come across. Long-term date durations. Insane, mate.
I don't actually even bother with actual birthdays. I do it from their birth because I think that means a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, I think their birth is definitely...
Usually.
Yeah, their birth date is bigger than their actual birthday. I agree with that. Yeah, no doubt. You only have one birthday, don't you?
Yeah, because birthday you can do it before and after.
Yeah, that's true. And also, yeah, and if you're like 75, you've had 75 birthdays, but you only have one birth date.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And the 22nd edition World Cup equals 133.
Wow.
And as a setting. And 13,300 days is 1,900 weeks. 19th prime is 67. Satanic equals 67. King 67. Revelation 67. Iron Providence equals 67. And that Iranian embassy is in Prince's Gate, London. 16 Prince's Gate, South Kensington equals 156. 156 prime is 911. And you'll see later on in this code how many huge 911s there are.
Yeah, I'm not even going to tell you the ones I know. I'm going to wait for you.
Oh, okay. And 16 Prince's Gate, 16th triangular number is 136. 22nd edition FIFA World Cup equals 136. 16th prime is 53. 3 lions equals 53. And get this, there were 26 hostages and 6 perpetrators, so 266. And Francis was the 266 Pope. Jesus Hominum Salvador equals 266. Philip died on a date equal to 6.
And LeBron James,
Yeah.
LeBron James and Kobe Bryant were both drafted the 26th of June, 266.
Yeah, I never remember those basketball stats, if I'm honest.
The 26-6 is crucial because 26 plus 6 is 32, and there's 32 teams in the World Cup, and there's 32 rays on the Society of Jesus' logo. There's so many with 32.
And there's 32 rays in the Kazakhstan flag.
There's also 32. There's also 32 rays in Argentina's flag as well.
Yeah, I did see a few connections with Argentina, but I think you'll see England's code looks better.
Do you remember? Do you remember the 19? What do you remember from the 1990 World Cup for you?
Was that Italia 90?
Yeah, Italia 90. What's the things that come to mind for you? Gascoigne?
I remember 86, 90. I might have been travelling or something 90 because I don't remember much.
Was that when Gascoigne got yellow carded and started crying? I'm almost Reggie Miller, the Cameroonian, had a really big tournament.
I think it might have been, yeah.
Yeah, well.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Yeah, it's coming back now. When I think they beat.
Germany beat Argentina in the final. Maradona's Argentina. I think Germany beat them in the final of the World Cup, Italia 90. But again, I think you and I
think they lost against an African team, Cameroon or something.
No.
Argentina.
Oh, did they?
Or
Did they? Let me have a little look at the 1990 World Cup. I'm only saying that.
It was definitely a big team, but I think it was Argentina.
I think Germany won it, didn't they?
Cameroon, I think.
Germany won it, I'm sure of it.
Oh, right, yeah, Germany.
Yeah, West Germany, I'm right. West Germany beat Argentina 1-0.
Oh, yeah, but in the group stage, did Argentina lose?
Yeah, I'm sure they probably would have. But I know Cameroon had a pretty big tournament. I'm pretty sure they got to like the quarterfinal. But what I'm getting at, mate, is you mentioned earlier, I think Germany's captain was Lothar Matthäus, who was number 10, and in the final. And wait, let me say this again. Germany's captain was Lothar Matthäus, wasn't he? He was number 10. Maradona was number 10, and the final finished 1-0, like 10. So that World Cup was 32 years ago. I think you and I need to hammer this because it was 1990, like 199, and Pope Francis was born 1217, the 199th prime, Brady 199th pick. I think we can do some durations from that World Cup final between Argentina and Germany, because you know how they repeat history. Maybe 32 years later, they've got Argentina, Germany again.
All right, but when I finish the code, let's see if you change your mind.
Oh no, I love England. England's my favorite. England's for sure my favorite, and I know you're gonna.
You've been on England, yeah.
Right.
I haven't even looked at Brazil. I mean, they might well have a very good code. I don't know.
Well, they got a great code. They've got the Christ the Redeemer. They've got a lot going for them. Brazil. I don't ever see the favorite winning the World Cup. It never really happens, and they're the favorite.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, mate. Let's go.
No, that's all right. And Southgate missed that semi-final Euro penalty on 26th of the 6th, which I'll get more into later. That siege lasted 6 days, and the course ended on 5-5 for Satan. And it was 1-2-0-0, 2 days to Francis installed as Pope. Pope Francis equals 122, Satanic 122, Jesus Hominum Salvator 122. So they
Kobe's
Pope Francis.
Kobe's highest scoring game. Sorry, mate. Kobe's highest scoring game in his 666 game was on January the 22nd, 122.
Blimey. Yeah, huge.
Wow. Sorry.
And now I can see why Mason Greenwood is the one going through these rituals. He was born 1st of the 10th, 2001.
Yep.
Theresa May was born 1st of the 10th, 1956. England won World Cup 56 years ago. They were born 45 years apart. 45 is the 9th prime, with all those 9 rituals we've been speaking about. Southgate was born 4 years, 5 weeks after England's 1966 World Cup trophy win. Another 4 plus 5 equals 9. Theresa May equals 115, 43, 155, 56. Freemasons equals 115, 43, 155, 56. May was the second of 3 alleged women prime ministers, 2 of 3, like 23, or 2/3, which is 66.6. Greenwood had 1 game for England wearing number 23. May was PM when COVID first hit. Greenwood was banned for breaching COVID rules.
23 is the 9th prime as well, isn't it? 23 is the 9th prime. And,
yeah, correct.
And going back to 45, 45 is the 9th triangular number. And like you said, 4 plus 5 is 9.
Yeah.
Didn't World War II end in 45, the year Hitler died as well?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I didn't have that.
Okay.
And she was May was PM for 3 years, 11 days. Coronavirus declared pandemic on 3/11. 3/11 is 43rd prime.
It's the 64th, isn't it? Isn't 3/11 the 64th prime?
Yes. Sorry.
That's why Liverpool dropped to 6-4 in European Cup finals. They dropped to 6-4 in European Cup finals. Liverpool. Yeah, 3/11's the 64th prime.
Yeah. Sorry.
No worries.
And Theresa May is also married to a Philip. Theresa is a Greek name. Prince Philip was Greek.
And Theresa May.
Masonic equals.
Theresa May. May's the 5th month. That's when Operation Warp Speed was in May. That's when Claydex was in May. It's when Kobe was inducted to the NBA Hall of Fame was in May. So her last name being May, I think, is connected to the number 5.
Yeah. And she was born 115 months exactly before Church of Satan was founded.
What?
And why is Theresa May important? Because she was the 76th Prime Minister. A New World Order equals 76-77. Johnson, the 77th Prime Minister, also advanced the New World Order using COVID. May was the 54th different Prime Minister. Boaz and Jakim equals 52-243. Kobe Bean Bryant equals 54-243. Queen Elizabeth II equals 243-108. Jakim and Boaz equals 108-243.
Say how all of those in numerology gets you 9 as well.
Yeah. And the reason Jakim and Boaz is important because obviously they were the 2 pillars of King Solomon's temple.
Yeah.
The first temple in Jerusalem, and they're represented in the future New World Order city Astana in Kazakhstan.
Oh my word.
And England is said to be the New Jerusalem, which is why they sung New Jerusalem in the 2012 Olympics.
And that's amazing. Ceremony. And you know the character Borat? The movie Borat,
yeah,
that was
Kazakhstan.
Yeah. Like they could have chosen any nation. They chose Kazakhstan because everything's deeply connected.
And then after that, he had the dictator, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. And he's a Cohen. So he's a Cohen, the guy who plays, which is a Jew.
Yeah, he's Jewish, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I did look at it, but I didn't want to add too much unless it looked really good.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah.
And May was born 79 months to Alf Ramsey, made England boss, who died age 79. And Greenwood was axed from England squad on 7/9. 7/9/20 was a date leaving 115 days in year. Freemasons equal 115. Lucifer equals 115.
Can I just say with Mason Greenwood with the 7/9, did you say that's when, what happened with Greenwood on 7/9?
That's when he got axed from the England squad.
Well, 79 is the 22nd prime, and it's the 22nd edition of the World Cup.
Yeah, I've got that further down.
I'll just say this as well. You know, you had all those amazing 1-2-2 finds. Greenwood last made an appearance in the Premier League game on 1-2-2. Played 82 minutes for Man United against West Ham. Finished 1-0. Queen was born 4-2-1, the 82nd prime. So Greenwood's last game for United was on 1-2-2, and it finished 1-0 like 10 like Satan.
Jesus.
That's insane, isn't it?
And I've got more on him in a bit, but
okay.
Yeah, as I said, we're about to have the 79th Prime Minister, and 79 is 22nd Prime and 22nd World Cup. And Greenwood axed on double 56-blade numerology. England can win World Cup 56 years after birth, and the 56th PM just resigned.
And the England Lionesses just beat Germany, didn't they? And they won the Euros.
Yeah, 31st of the 7th, yeah.
And do you know Boris Johnson? Boris Johnson put the United Kingdom in lockdown on November the 5th, a day leaving 56 days left in the year. Liz Truss became a MP on May the 6th, 5/6. And have you ever thought about this, bro?
Yeah, I might have that, yeah.
Have you ever realized that 56 times 2 is 112, and the Jesuits operate in 112 nations?
Yeah, I think you mentioned that.
Pretty crazy.
Crazy, that is, yeah. Yeah, and as I said, May born, 275th day of the year, 22nd edition World Cup equals 275.
Wow.
May was PM for 3 years, 11 days. Coronavirus declared pandemic on 3/11. With all the 113s of the World Cup, I told you before, the World Cup, 11th of the 3rd, 20 to World Cup final is 1,013 days, like 113.
Can I give you another 113? Can I give you another huge 113 that you'll have to mark down? Mate, you could write a little book. You know, like the books that I do? You could be doing this, mate. Do it. All these codes you do.
I mean, it's all on my phone is packed with these.
Yeah, put it in a book, mate. Put it in a book and I'll promote it. Put all your best codes in a book. I'll give you another 11-3 here. You know, England won the 1966 World Cup. They scored 11. They scored 11 goals and conceded 3.
Oh right.
That's insane, isn't it?
Yeah, that's big.
That's insane.
It's 112.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah, I scored 11 goals, conceded 3 for your 113 like coronavirus.
Yeah, there's just so much of them, really. Obviously, Pope Francis Bergoglio equals 113. The Baphomet equals 113. Lucifer Lightbringer equals 113. 113 is the 30th prime. England equals 30.
Corona 30.
Theresa May made Prime Minister exactly 1,218 days after Pope Francis installed.
What? Say that. Hey, woo, woo! Say that again, loud and clear, baby, right now. Wow. Say that again.
You can check the stats.
No, I believe, mate. Everything you say, I believe. Can you say that again for people to hear this?
It's possible I made one of this mistake. Theresa May was made PM. Actually, she was made PM 13th of the 7th. 216, because 13th to the 7th is my birthday.
13/7's the 33rd prime as well. 137.
Yeah,
England.
137. And it was exactly 1,218 days after Pope Francis installed as Pope.
And when's the World Cup final?
12/18.
Wow, day after the Pope's birthday. That is insane, mate. Wow.
That's why I like England so much. I don't know why she's connected, because you think he's really a nobody, but
it depends who's behind all of this, mate. It's not man code in this reality. It's deeper than that. It's supernatural. It's godlike.
Yeah,
so we don't have to worry about how it's being done.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
The fact is, the numbers are there, aren't they? You can't argue with these numbers that you're coming out with.
No. And 1,218 days is 174 weeks. New World Order equals 174. Number of the beast equals 174. 22nd FIFA World Cup equals 174. 174 weeks is 3 years, 4 months. 34 is 9th Fibonacci, again 9.
And the 70, the 174, that was Prince Philip's funeral.
Yeah. That's another one, yeah. And 34th prime is 139. Freemasonry equals 139. She resigned as Prime Minister 24th of the 7th, 19. 1,217 days to England's first World Cup game, Francis' birthday.
And that's Saturnalia, is it? That's Saturnalia, Pope Francis's birthday, connected to Saturn.
Yes. And 1,217 is the 199th prime. Jimmy Greaves died 19th of the 9th. Yep. Greenwood's first competitive goal for Man U was 19th of the 9th. Queen buried 19th of the 9th. George Bush gave a New World Order speech in 1990. The Twin Towers equals 199. 199 is the 46th prime. World Cup 2022 equals 46. Mason Greenwood scored his first ever United goal in a Europa League game. His first ever competitive goal in a Europa League game against who? Astana Football Club.
Oh.
Astana is meant to be the future of the New World Order. It was built in the 21st century as a shrine to NWO. Astana wear yellow and blue kits, just like Ukraine. Mix yellow and blue gives you green, like Greenwood. He scored his debut goal 19th of the 9th, 19.
Mate, that's the Queen's funeral, 1909 as well.
Yeah, I had that up there.
Oh, and by the way, with Greenwood, you know Greenwood's last game for Man United, he played 82 minutes. Ron Greenwood was England's coach in the 1982 World Cup.
Yeah, I saw your post for that.
Insane, mate. Keep going. You were flowing then. Keep going. Wow.
But his debut goal, 19th of the 9th, 19, was 6 years, 6 months, 6 days after Francis installed his Pope.
Oh. And do you know what Greenwood's numbers were for Man United?
23 for England. He wore once. What did he have for United? 9, right?
No, it's number 11.
Yeah.
And he wore number 26. I'll let you do it. Tell everyone the Queen numbers with 26.
Well, Queen equals 26, and she was made Queen on 2/6.
Yeah, and she was born in 1926. Her mum died at age 101. Mate, do you know Mason Greenwood's height is 1.81 meters, which is the 42nd prime?
Right, the beast number.
Yeah, and do you know how many goals he's got in his career for Man United? 35, like Satan in the Baphomet. So Greenwood had 11, 26, and I'm almost certain he had 53, which is the year she was coronated.
53.
Yeah, I think when he came on the scene, he had that huge number. But we've been saying for a while that the numbers are hugely ritualistic. There's so much meaning to them. Like, he's 11 now, and obviously Queen Elizabeth's funeral was 11 days after she died at 11 a.m. and Remembrance Day is 11/11.
Yeah, I've got a load on that. And also, 11 looks like 2 towers, doesn't it?
Actually, wait, I think Greenwood was 54, actually, and she died the 251st day of the year, the 54th prime. I think it was 54, 26, and 11. And I'm certain he made his debut at 17 for your Mason connection. I'm pretty sure it was 54. It wasn't 53. I think it was 54. She died the 251st day of the year, the 54th prime. Jesuit Order 5-4. The list goes on with the 54. Mate, this is incredible. Keep going. Wow.
And well, that goal he scored against Astana, the game ended leaded 1-0, and he scored it in the 73rd minute, and of course, Queen equals 73.
Married to Philip for 73 years as well.
Yeah, correct. And Greenwood, it finished 1-0, and Greenwood and May born on the 10th month, October, and October equals 3339, and Masonry equals 3339. His debut goal was exactly 24 months before Jimmy Greaves' death. 24 Fibonacci is 89. Queen died on 89. Chaos equals 89. Osiris equals 89. That debut goal was on a day leaving 103 days left in year. Greaves died on a day leaving 103 days left in year. England national football team equals 103. His debut goal was exactly 155 weeks to Queen's death. Coronavirus 155. Freemasons 155. Elizabeth 155. Theresa May 155.
Yeah, Operation Warp Speed was 155. Claydex was 155. Cody was inducted in the Hall of Fame 155. And going back to your 103. Super Bowl 57. England gets you 57, doesn't it? In gematria. Super Bowl 57 is the 103rd edition.
Wow.
This season's the 103rd. Edition of it. It was 102nd last season. So, and that 103 is the 27th prime as well. And there's been so many 27s with England recently. And that's 3 times 3 times 3. And England's emergency dialing code is 999, and 9 plus 9 plus 9 is 27.
Yeah, blimey, yeah. His debut goal was 3 years, 2 months, 2 days to World Cup start. 3-2 Skull and Bones. And 3 years, 13 weeks to World Cup final. Francis installed as Pope on 3/13. And in in 96 Euro semi-final, England beat Germany. England scored in 3rd minute and Germany in 13th.
Yeah.
And of course, the Queen died, age 96. More on that Euros later.
You know about the 1-1. You know all the 1-1-3s you said when Germany won the World Cup against Argentina in 2014. The winning goal was by Götze after 113 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, he scored after 113 minutes in extra time. 1-1-3, mate. Götze. I think he wore I think he wore 19. I could be wrong about that, to be honest.
He looks a bit like a woman, doesn't he?
He looks a lot. He's so feminine, is Götze. like incredibly feminine, to be honest. It looks like a little lesbian, Götze. That's the reality, whatever people say. All right, keep going, mate. This is spectacular. We're bouncing off each other here.
Whenever you want to take a short break, so let me know. Maybe after the next paragraph.
All right, okay. Okay, sounds good.
So 3 years, 13 weeks is 39 months. War equals 39. Masonry equals 39. Master Mason equals 39. Southgate's birthday is 39. Slaughter equals 39.
Probably explains why Scott McTominay is number 39 as well. He's been involved in so many rituals this season. He's 39 for United.
He's been scoring a few, hasn't he?
And you know you're 39, mate. You know you keep talking about 3-1-3.
Yeah.
3 times 13 is 39.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Pretty big connection
I
there.
didn't have that.
And 3-1-3 is the
I only had
65th prime.
3 times 9.
Yeah.
I only had 3 times 9 equals 27. 3 equals 27.
Exactly.
And 39 months is 3 years, 3 months. England equals 33. Qatar equals 33. 33rd degree Freemasonry, and Masonry equals 33. Doomsday 33. And Greaves scored 44 goals for England. Truss resigns after 44 days. Kill equals 44. She was the 56th Prime Minister. England won World Cup. England can win World Cups 56 years later.
You know, Liverpool, you and I both, well, I think you were on it actually right before me, but I liked it as well. It's basically similar time. We both said that Liverpool would win the FA Cup final, didn't we? 33 years after Hillsborough. I think you might have got it before me.
Yeah, because of the 33, yeah.
All the 33s.
We both shared the code.
Yeah. Yeah, but check this out.
Yeah.
You know, Liverpool, such a satanic club, and obviously one of England's most iconic clubs, and they're so connected to the number 33. Have you seen that right now in the Premier League? They've scored 22 goals and conceded 13, and 2-2-1-3 is the 330th prime.
No, I haven't. Yeah, that's big. Why today, though? Yeah.
It's just insane that everything is so unbelievably coded down to a T.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite remarkable, mate. Like Arsenal becoming 9-11 today with 9 wins after 11 games. It's nothing to do with Arteta, is it? It's nothing to do with Arteta. It's nothing to do with him.
No.
That's what people need to get in their head.
Yeah, I think also from 9/11, I only checked it briefly, but from the 9/11 attached to today, it's something. It's a 21-6, so 6 times 6 times 6.
Yeah, Prince William's birthday, 21-6, and Barack Obama was born the 216th day of the year.
Yeah, and Leeds went to 11 games, 9 points, I believe.
Yeah, 9 points after 11 games, 9-11. I'm telling you, I bet he gets fired before his next game. I bet he don't coach them again.
Yeah, no, they've been slipping. Yeah,
because he'll be the 5th manager in the Premier League fired this year, won't he? Yeah, 4 of them have already gone. And if you think about 9/11, there was 5 hijackers. So I'm almost certain there was 5 hijackers who supposedly passed through the main terminal of the West security screen or something. There's 5 of them. So if that Leeds coach goes, if he goes with 9 points after 11 games and is the fifth manager in the Premier League this season to be fired, which is crazy because we're not even in November yet. It's all because of that. It's all because of that. I don't think he coaches another game for Leeds.
You've been right with.
I got Gerrard right. I got Scott Parker right. I got Tuchel right. The only one I didn't even think of was the Wolves one. But the other one I called them before they went. This Leeds guy's going, and I bet he don't coach another game for Leeds with his female name, Jesse.
Yeah. No, Tuchel. Yeah, we're after that Champions League game.
And your code, can you just quickly tell everyone, which you put it on my website? I remember it with the 99. Can you tell everyone the code that you had for that Zagreb-Chelsea game? Just a quick breakdown, which you did pre-code before the game, before people start bitching.
It's a long code. Hold on, I'll change it from this one. But it's all on my phone. One second. I've got it here somewhere.
Okay.
It was coronavirus related.
Yeah, but it was the 99, wasn't it? Because you even said the guy was going to score.
Here we go. Dynamo Zagreb. Yeah, that one I didn't put in. Yeah, I only saw that after. When I was on my way to the pub, I looked at the sheet. I looked at the team and I saw 99, number 99 for Zagreb. I checked on Wikipedia and I saw he had 149 goals, and I thought, he's bound to score 150 for Prince Philip, who died 99th day of the year and so on.
And 99 is 9 times 11 as well, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a long code. It's all about COVID.
But anyway, basically, guys, what he did. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I've got the sex bots appearing in my live, so we must be doing something well when the sex bots come out to play. So basically, what it was you called Dino Zagreb to beat Chelsea, and you said the 99 would score. They did. He scored. It finished 1-0. Tuchel got fired, and the reality is, the season before, Chelsea won the Champions League, and now they can't beat Dynamo Zagreb. The whole thing's a big farce. It's a big joke. It's a satanic ritual. People need to stop watching these games and giving the energy, and definitely not giving them money to go into these games and buying the jerseys and worshipping them and playing FPL, because you're getting fooled, guys. If you have any common sense, you should know that Chelsea should be pumping Zagreb. Man United should have destroyed that team from Cyprus and not beat them 1-0 in the 93rd minute because number 39 scored.
Yeah.
All right? You need to start realising that without the deep stuff that me and Chuck do. Use your common sense at this point.
I watched the game in the pub, Zagreb-Chelsea. The first game I've watched in ages and the last one I've watched, and it was a joke. But their keeper, he had a satanic number, maybe 40 or something like that. And he played like a beast.
Yeah, the guy when United just won 1-0 in that Europa League against the team from Cyprus, where it's basically semi-professional level. I could play in that now, I reckon. The goalkeeper for them was number 23, the 9th prime, and he was insane. He made I don't know how many saves.
Right, yeah.
And what about the Ben? Do you remember this season the Benfica PSG game? Benfica PSG, they met in the Champions League twice. They're in the same group. PSG and Benfica's goalkeepers, they both wear the number 99 jersey, mate.
Oh, yeah, I remember you mentioning that.
Why? Why they're not wearing number 1? Why they're both wearing 99? Because it's 9/11.
Exactly. One of them even is bad, but for two keepers to wear 99.
Yeah, Donnarumma wears 99. He was the hero for Italy in the Euro 2020 final. I think he got the man of the match.
Oh, yeah.
Again, the numbers are huge. We said, didn't we? I always say this one. It's a really good one. Italy won the Euros for the first time in 53 years. The opening goal of the Euros was scored in the Italy-Turkey game after 53 minutes. And the 3 black English players that missed the penalties, you combine the jersey numbers, 11, 17, and 25, you get 53, which is the year Elizabeth was coronated. What more do people want?
I don't know.
In the baseball, Aaron Judge just broke a record in the MLB. He wears number 99, Judge, which is connected to Jesus and Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Crazy, mate.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, keep going. This is incredible. I've got chills multiple times.
Taking a break anyway.
Let's take a break then. Shall we have a little break and I'll see what the comments are saying, yeah?
Yeah, have a look at the comments.
And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my phone down because my left arm is starting to ache now. So I'm just going to put it down and I'll read out some of the comments and I'll respond.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So Samoa 72, Greece 4, the 72 demons. Yeah, Pope Francis became the Pope the 72nd day of 2013. Jesuit order gets you 72. Tom Brady won Super Bowl 55 on the 7th of February, which is 7-2. I said today on my website at halftime, the Panthers were going to upset the Patriots. They did. Wait until you see the video about why I thought that. Hopefully people in my community saw it. If they didn't, they didn't. It is what it is. But I told you the money to be made if you gamble is in play. You see the line, all right?
Yeah.
You see the line because the Bucks were minus 800 to win that game. Minus 800 to win, and they got battered. So what else have we got here? See if there's any questions for Chuck. Let's have a look. Somebody said, "Come on, Chuck, let's be having you in a good way." All right. What else have we got? Hey, Divine Feminine living UK. Much love to you. How are you doing? Hope you're well. 6079 Smith. Easy, brother. Somebody thought you were 6079 Smith, Chuck, which is a compliment because he's very good as well.
I don't have an American accent, do I?
No, I don't think so. All right, what else have we got? Yeah, England. It was England who beat Cameroon in that 1990 World Cup.
No, but Cameroon beat someone. It might not have been. It might have been 86 even.
No, I reckon they probably knocked out somebody big, but obviously it wasn't Argentina.
I was working near the Cameroon embassy. I'm pretty sure it was Argentina, and they were all shouting after their win.
Yeah, they probably beat them in the
Cameroon.
the group stages.
Oh yeah, it wasn't in the knockout.
Oh, okay, then you're probably right then.
They're gonna get excited if it's Argentina they're beating.
Oh, of course, yeah. But I can't believe the 2 captains in that final were number 10 and it finished 1-0. It's like insane, man.
Yeah.
Chuck, if we were to
go over, so many of these past games, we'd see so many connections. But
it'd be amazing, mate. Imagine, I've said this before, and I may even set this up. I keep talking about it, so maybe I'm talking shit. But imagine I set up a little group call and I pick 3 themes, right? 3 themes. Maybe I say 1990 World Cup final, JFK assassination, moon landing, right? And there's 10 of us. And we all just say, all right, go to work. Let's see what we can find. Imagine how incredible that phone call would be. Imagine the energy and the knowledge that would be shared.
You have to give people a day to research it, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, and
On
Neil,
the
Neil
spot,
Lennon. Neil Lennon was the coach for that Cypriot team as well against Man United, and he was obviously a legend at Celtic.
At Celtic. Well, the Carrot Top, yeah.
Yeah, Carrot Top, the Catholic club. So again, it's just an absolute joke, isn't it? JFK assassination equals 1122 happened on 1122. It's just another 99, which I said Aaron Charles Donald plays for the LA Rams. He made the last major play in Super Bowl 56. Wears number 99 and his middle name's Charles. Like Prince Charles or King Charles. Like
Prince Charles.
another reason why I knew that Queen was going this year was because of that. Absolutely incredible.
And probably go soon as well.
Somebody,
I've heard rumours
yeah,
that I can't remember where I saw it, but that William would abdicate and it would go to Prince Harry.
wow.
I don't know about that, but
Wow, yeah, that's interesting if that does happen, because and then maybe what they'll do, the whole character of Prince Harry, he'll probably turn it down, won't he? And then it'll go to William's son, which is the one you say's really got all these evil numbers.
Prince George, the one I've been coding.
Yeah, so maybe what they'll do, William won't take it, then it'll be on Harry. Harry's like, I don't want any part of this because he's played that role of like, he's got no interest in being a member of the royal family. Then boom, maybe you get the youngest ever king.
Yeah, well, he's 13 now, so yeah, 14, 15 maybe by the time that happens.
Or maybe 14, and Pope Francis was born on a day leaving 14 days left in the year, and Super Bowl 56 had 43 points, the 14th prime. So maybe maybe Charles will go. I've said next year at 74. William turns it down. Harry's got no interest in it. Boom, George at 14. And all the satanic numbers with him and all the Georges and Elizabeth's dad was King George, even though his real name was actually Henry. It wasn't.
And when she had Prince
oh, no, that's
Louis,
Harry's name.
She came out in a dress the same as Rosemary's Baby. Exact same dress.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I remember you telling me that, actually.
Yeah. Freaky.
It really is, mate. Gyro here is saying you're right. Sports and soap operas are big in most of my extended family. The soap opera characters are more important than their own family members. Do you agree with that? People are more attached to people on TV than their own family, like the Kardashians, for example.
Yeah. I mean, I've been around people when they're talking about EastEnders and Coronation Street like it's real.
Yeah, and they're crying their eyes out.
Just laughing my head off.
Yeah, when one of them dies or there's an accident and they're crying like it actually happened. That's, again, the power of the mind. It doesn't know the difference between reality and what's on a screen. That's why you got to be careful with what you watch. Your brain doesn't know the difference.
Yeah, and they know that, and that's why they put out what they put out.
Yeah, because they're mastered
Mary
psychology.
Whitehouse preached about it like 30 years ago.
Yeah. It's all mind control that we're all under. And it's on us to basically break the spell. And one of the main reasons you can break the spell is getting rid of your television, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I do have a TV, but I very rarely put it on. Sometimes the Smithsonian channel for history, and very rarely. But
Somebody's just said that Boris Johnson pulls out of the PM race. Did that seem too obvious to you that he would come back? We know they can flip it whatever they want, so he's supposedly pulled out. I'm not sure who's going to become the seventh. Like, if he gets back in again, which he probably won't, that won't mean we have a 79th, will it? We'll still have. How does that work? Will it still be will he still be the 79th, even though he was the 77th? Or how's that work?
Yeah, no, he won't. This Truss was a 56 different person. So if it's Boris Johnson again, it will stay on 56. That could happen.
I think we'll get a new one for 57 because of Super Bowl 57 and England's 57 and there's loads of other stuff. Kobe Bryant won 5 out of 7 NBA finals as well. I think there's going to be a new person. I don't think it's Boris. Like everyone's saying it's so obvious. Boris is coming back. It's so obvious. When it's so obvious, Chuck, it don't play out 9 times out of 10. I think we've learned that.
Yeah.
If the average Joe is all convinced that it's going to be Boris, then it ain't going to be Boris. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I see it as.
Who knows? There's a couple of women. There's an Indian woman and a black woman, and Sunak. And
that's what I mean. I think
yeah,
it'll be an Indian or a black person, and then they'll blame it on that person when the country collapses, and then that will create a civil war and more racism.
Yeah.
I see that. I don't think it's Boris. I think it's going to be like probably an Asian, to be honest, because there's a lot of hostility between English people and Asians, I would say, more than English people and black people or African Americans. So I would say it's probably going to be an Asian. I don't know if it's even going to be Sunak. That might be too obvious. It might be an Asian woman.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I absolutely nailed Liz Truss with the code that I did. I didn't even know that you could bet on it. I didn't see the odds. So I'm sure we'll figure it out, you and I, anyway. Right, you ready? Are you ready to go back in? Or how? Yeah, all right.
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's go.
Okay, I was on Greaves. So Greaves died 1 year, 4 weeks, 4 days to Truss's resignation. Jesuit order equals 144. Mark of the Beast 144. Liz Truss equals 144. Aaron James Judge equals 144. 44 equals 144. And he scored 44 goals. Jimmy Greaves. Mohammed equals 144, and World Cup is in Qatar, a Muslim nation. Greaves
And he's a prophet.
Prophet Mohammed. Greaves died age 81. 81 square root is 9. 9-year-old shot dead in England. Astana remodernized and declared the new capital on May the 6th, another 56, 1998. And again, that day to the resignation of the 56th UK Prime Minister, it's exactly 24 years, 4 months. Ancient accepted Scottish right of Freemasonry equals 244. Elizabeth
And can I
Trust equals 244.
Can I just say that Queen Elizabeth's Jubilee was over 4 days, and there's 24 hours in a day, and 24 times 4 is 96, the age she died.
Wow. Amazing.
Thank you. And you were 96.
I can't do those stats like that.
No, it's all right. But you said later you have a big thing with Euro 96, so there's another 96.
Right, yeah. King Charles III equals 244. Elizabeth Mary Trust equals 244. Knight of Columbus equals 244. Federal Reserve System equals 244. 5th of the 698 to lightning striking Basilica is 177 months, 6 days. Illuminati founded in 1776. Theresa May was Prime Minister number 76. Georgia Guidestones came down on 76. Skull and Bones equals 76. One World Order equals 76.
On George Bush's, it came down on George Bush's 76th birthday as well.
On his 76th birthday, yeah.
And did you know? Do you know Queen Elizabeth was born 1,776 days after Prince Philip?
After Prince Philip, yeah, yeah. So that's why.
Wow.
It gets eerie with Astana and the New World Order, and there's a lot more on that. So, 5th of the 698 to Alf Ramsey's death is 51 weeks. Ramsey made England boss on 5/1. Illuminati founded on 5/1. The Black Pope equals 51. Arturus Sousa Abascal equals 59. And to 9/11, it's exactly 175 weeks. Pope Francis equals 175. Great Depression equals 175. Astana made capital exactly 24 years, 200 days to World Cup start. Ukraine war began on 24/2. Kazakhstan flag is blue and yellow like Ukraine. Their flag features the sun and a dove, which replaced the old communist one. On 4th of the 6th, 1992, the 156th day of the year, 156 prime, is 9/11. It features 32 rays, just like the IHS logo, and the dove is connected to Revelation and Noah's Ark. Replaced on 4/6, like 46 prime, is 199. The Twin Towers equals 199. 4th of June, or 6/4, England national football team founded on 64th day of the year. King Charles equals 64. 64th prime is 3/11. Yet again, Theresa May was PM for 3/11 days. She was in her 64th year of her age to coronavirus declared pandemic. From new Jesuit Kazakhstan flag introduced to Pope Francis installed as Pope was 20 years, 40 weeks, 2 days. Ukraine war began on 24/2. So there's all these 24-2s that I'm seeing.
That's Kobe. That's Kobe Bryant and Gianna Bryant's memorial and their jersey numbers as well. 24-2.
Yeah. Kobe days. Yeah, no, they're shirt numbers. Yeah.
And 24 plus 2 is your 26, which is that God number everywhere. Can I just, you were talking about the 76ers, which is enormous. That's another reason why maybe Philadelphia's 76ers, although they've started off poorly, might still win the NBA. The Euro 1976 final was Czechoslovakia against West Germany. It finished 2-2 for your Satanic, your 22nd edition. And you had all the 5-3 with Stalin.
Yes.
Czechoslovakia won this penalty shootout against Germany 5-3. And it's also, I remember in this, because my memory is like, I don't know, probably like yours. My memory is insane. I remember this, that this is, do you remember the Panenka where you dink it, like Pirlo did against England? You dink it over the keeper.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that came from Antonin Panenka, who scored in this final against Germany. Which got them, it got them the winning penalty in this Euro 1976 final was scored by that Antonin Panenka. He made it 5-3 and they won it. Germany missed the fourth penalty for another 4 when the score was 4-3, which is when Jesus died. Mate, this is insane what we're doing. You'll have to look into it, but I'm almost certain that Czechoslovakia won that 5-3 and it finished 2-2. And obviously the first time that Czechoslovakia had ever won it. But I don't know if that's a ritual for Germany. We have to keep an eye on Germany, mate. There's that Adolf Hitler equals 56. He died at age 56. 1966 was 56 years ago. Germany lost. We've got to have a little look into Germany because they're going under the radar.
Yeah, they may get there to the final. You can never dismiss them anyway.
Never dismiss the Germans is a famous line, isn't it?
No. As I said, it's a war theme, so it could well be England-Germany.
It very well could be, just like the women's Euro final was England-Germany.
It could be, but that might be a bit obvious. But
if it's if it's the last ever World Cup and they do get their new world order, it's not going to matter if it's obvious.
Exactly. It's not going to matter.
That's my mindset now.
From Southgate missing a penalty in Euro 96 semi-final versus Germany, which they lost 7-6 to the 76th Prime Minister May becoming PM on 30th of 7/16, is 20 years, 2 weeks, 4 days. Again, Ukraine war date. He missed that penalty on 26/6. Francis became the 266th Pope.
Mate, can you check something for me? Can I check something now? Oh yeah. I need to double check it. I think I'm right. Euro 1992, Denmark won it, and Prince Philip's from Danish royalty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know that Euro 1992 final was on 26/6, 1992?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
So that's a good thing for England, Prince Philip, Denmark.
Yeah, and then you've got Ericsson, who had the cardiac arrest, born on Valentine's Day, and he obviously came back to England this year, to the Red Devils.
12th of the 6th.
Yeah, 12th of the 6th. Yeah, is when he had the cardiac arrest, the 12th of June for your 126, so which is another 9. Yeah.
With all the 266s, like the concerning part is Astana equals 266 in Satanic gematria, in Satanic cipher. So it leads me to believe it's going to be all soon. And that semi-final was 76 weeks exactly to capital being named Astana on 10/13/97, like 113. And that game ended 7-6 on penalties. Skull and Bones equals 76. Great Depression 76. One World Order 76. Theresa 76. She was the 76th Prime Minister.
And
that penalty miss, or that semi-final, was 302 weeks, 2 days from Bush's 1990 New World Order speech. And England lose 7-6 on pens. Skull and Bones equals 76.
And
George's guide speech.
Yeah, but the big thing with 76 is 7 times 6 is 42 for the beast.
Right, yeah. And they were erected on 22/3, like 322. And can you believe that Southgate, that semi-final and Southgate penalty miss, it was 20 years, 4 months, 20 days to when he became permanent England boss on 15th of the 11th, 2016. Again, 2-4/2.
And the 2016, which is 6 times 6 times 6 is 216.
Yeah.
A lot
And
happened in
that
2016. Oh, wait. Southgate, did Southgate become England's head coach in 2016?
Yeah, right. What happened? He took over from Allardyce on 27th of the 9th, 16, but he was given the permanent position on 15th of the 11th, 16.
Okay, so he took over Allardyce, who coached one game for England where they won 1-0, like 10. Lallana scored, I remember it. So let's get this straight here, that Southgate became England's head coach 6 years ago. He won number 6 in the Euro 96 tournament where he missed the 6th penalty for England.
Wow, I didn't even catch that, no.
And then Bobby Moore was number 6, who lifted the World Cup trophy for England in '66 in the World Cup final, had 6 goals.
Wow. More for England.
There's so much for, like, what we're doing, mate, whether England win it or not, what we're revealing here is outstanding. That's what people need to get in their heads. Everything we're saying here is proven. Yeah. It might not necessarily mean England lift that trophy, but the connections we're making, just showing you how everything's synced up, is absolutely incredible, whatever people want to say. Maybe they can't comprehend it, I don't know. And Hitler was born on 420, wasn't he, for another 42. Hitler was born 420.
Yeah. I said at the beginning, it's more about the NWO, Astana, wars, and there's some England numbers. It doesn't mean England will win, but they look good from what I've seen, that's all.
But for you, Chuck, let's go off topic without the numbers just briefly for a few minutes. To you, what is the New World Order, and is it not already playing out to an extent? We are pretty much controlled in the system, aren't we? Like, do you think it'll be where everybody knows, everybody's fully aware that we're controlled? Is that what a New World Order is?
Yeah, I think it's connected to the mark of the beast, and every monitored 24/7. You won't be able to participate in society unless you have that mark of the beast.
Yeah, you won't be able to buy or sell. That's what it says in the Bible. You can't buy or sell.
Yeah, they'll reduce the population. So no, I think this is the warm-up maybe to the NWO. I don't think...
So
people said that to me during lockdown. I said, yeah, the NWO is coming. They said, well, we are in the New World Order. Nah, this is nothing.
Yeah, well, Donald Trump, for a long time now, keeps saying the calm before the storm. That's what this is.
Yeah.
That's what this is. This is the calm before the storm. People already think it's chaotic and it's crazy and it's done now, it's over. No, this ain't nothing right now. That's why I feel in my soul my platform won't be here this time next year. And not because I'm negative or pessimistic. I think there's no way that someone like me with my knowledge will be allowed to do what I'm doing this time next year. They won't have it. They won't have it.
No, I can't see. I mean, you know, you've been coding every day. You can see the numbers.
That's what I mean. If you do what you and I do daily and we make the connections and we get so many things right and we see it playing out, it just gives you more fuel to realize this is pretty much the end times. This is the end times for me. And the NWO, we have to look into the New World Order from WCW, the New World Order, which was the massive faction which Hulk Hogan and Kevin Nash and Scott Hall and all these top stars, and they ran the show, didn't they? They ran the show, the new NWO in wrestling. Just so in your face, man.
For me, the fact that the World Cup I always knew was satanic, but the fact that I found out that it's held on Joseph Stalin's birthday, 144 years after his birth, and he under his regime, like 12 million people died of starvation and what have you. So
that fine that you did is one of the best fines I've ever heard in my life. And it's so weird, right? This is so weird. And this is where I feel like I'm in a matrix. There's a kid who always messages me called Lars, and he struggles to interact with people. Okay, he's about 16. He really struggles. So he messages me and he's obsessed with history, right? And he's obsessed with war. And I'm like, bro, if you keep talking about history and war with teenagers, they're not going to have any interest. I said, try and relate to them and maybe subtly bring it up. He's like, no. So he keeps hammering me about like the Soviet Union. And he's always going on about Stalin, mate. Always. I'll have to show you the messages. And then it's like, it was almost like God telling me, Adam, look into the Soviet Union to Stalin. Obviously, you've got this so-called war in Russia and the Ukraine, which is all connected to what was the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
It's like God was telling me, mate. Like this guy, I thought he's just irritating me now, but he's hammering me with Stalin.
Thing, it's all around that area. And all the 24/2s, but obviously everyone's always talking about Hitler, and Hitler's always on the History Channel, but hardly ever anything about Stalin. But
do you know the Georgia Guidestones were founded the 22nd of March 223, the 48th prime, and 24 times 2 is 48, and Illuminati gets you 48 in Gematria as well. And 48 is, if you divide 96 by 2, it's 48. And the Queen's age, so half of her life, she was 48 years old.
Blimey, yeah. That's just too much.
Yeah, it is. Wild. So again, you were saying about Stalin. How many people died under his regime? 12 million?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit vague. It's something like, I think it gives a figure like 8 to 16 million or something. Depends where you look.
That's what I mean. It's such a joke, isn't it? It's such a joke when they tell you between 8 to 16 million died. It's like, it's not like...
I mean, I'm not saying it's...
Yeah, let me have a look. I bet I'll find you something. I bet I'll find something with Joseph Stalin, just straight away. I bet I'll find something. Right.
It's like they always say the Holocaust was 6 million Jews, always 6.
Yeah, always.
I can't see that being accurate at all.
No, you can't talk about it on YouTube though, unfortunately, which says it all.
Sorry, yeah.
You know we keep talking about George.
Prince George.
Yeah, Prince George. The Georgia Guidestones came down on George Bush's birthday.
Yeah.
Stephen George Gerrard gets fired.
George Bush. Yeah.
George Bush. The George Floyd. Georgia Guidestones. All of this stuff.
About that George name,
yeah, King George was Elizabeth's father. And my youngest brother's called George, and Joseph Stalin was Georgian.
Yeah.
He was Georgian. Do you remember the Georgian player?
Yeah.
Literally, you might not know this. I'm sure you will because you've got a lot of knowledge. I know his name because I've actually watched him play live, and I thought it was unbelievable. The greatest Georgian footballer of all time. He played for Man City. Can you remember his name?
Oh, yeah. The small guy.
Georgie what? Georgie? Of another George? There you go. Georgie Kinkladze, mate. Manchester City. We have to look into him. I'm going to look now. Georgie Kinkladze. I watched him live. I went to what was City's ground called before the Etihad?
Main Road.
I went to Main Road to watch him. Bro! Georgie Kinkladze was born July the 6th, 76.
Oh, shit.
Yes, and he's 49, like Revelation, mate. He was born 7-6, 1973. 4973 is the 666 prime. He's 49 and he was born in 73, mate. Georgie Kinkladze. Born 7-6, bro. I knew it. I knew he'd be connected. He was Georgian, Soviet, just like Stalin.
Yeah. And there's not many decent Georgian footballers.
Right, so who 49 likes, mate, as Kinkladze's 49 years old. So you've got, like, who's going to go to World Cup who's a City player? John Stones, is he fit? Stones will go. Foden, number 47, atomic number, silver, which is connected to, obviously, currency and all of that. That's why he replaced David Silva as number 47. So he played at Man City. Who else? Who else is there? They had Sterling, but he's now at Chelsea. Who else? Kyle Walker. Is Kyle Walker going to go? Calvin Phillips.
I don't know if
Ah,
I spoke
mate,
about Walker.
another 49. It's just hit me now, this image in my head. There was a photo of Calvin Phillips and Haaland because they both signed this year for City, yeah? Calvin Phillips wears number 4 and Haaland number 9, mate.
Wow. And Calvin Phillips, they might even take him, isn't it?
Yeah, even though he's not been playing, I bet they'll take him because he was basically England's best player in the Euros. So maybe Southgate will take him because he's proven himself on the big stage. Some bullshit.
Oh, yeah, because he was able to pass the ball 6 yards sideways.
Yeah, because he could pass the ball 6 yards sideways, yeah. What a player. Just like Kante. Jordan Henderson.
Well, except Kante runs up and down the pitch is the only difference.
Mate, I can't believe this conversation. This is what I'm saying. If I set up these little group chats and we've gone from Stalin killing around 12 million people to Georgi Kinkladze being born in 73 and he's 49. It's absolutely beautiful stuff, isn't it? I need to get a little bit more. His name was Gio as well. I think his nickname was Gio.
What, Kinkladze?
Yeah. We have to look into this because I know guess how many Greenwood wore number 54, his first jersey number for United, and Elizabeth died the 251st day of the year, the 54th prime. Kinkladze had 54 caps for Georgia.
Wow.
And we keep talking about Prince Philip, don't we? Prince Philip was born on 10/6, 10th of June, and Kinkladze had 106 appearances for Man City.
Wow.
He played for Derby as well, didn't he? He played for Derby, and they're known as the Rams, which is connected to the LA Rams that just won the Super Bowl. Yeah, he played for Derby, the Rams, mate. Rooney, who's England's leading goal scorer with 53 goals, he coached the Rams and got them relegated last season, mate.
Right, yeah. It's crazy, the labyrinth of connection.
Yeah, because I did a code that the Rams derby would beat the Tigers, Hull City, which made me believe the Rams were going. Which made me believe the Rams were going to beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl. It was the week before the Super Bowl, mate. So it's all connected, isn't it? Grealish, another one who plays at Man City, was at Villa.
Oh yeah.
He was Villa's captain, which is Prince William's favourite team. He was their captain, wasn't he, Grealish? He kept them up.
Yeah.
And in Man City, when they won the league last year, who did they beat in the final game? It was Grealish's Villa, wasn't it? And Gerrard's Villa.
Yeah.
3-2, like 32, which was 1990.
After being 2-0 down.
Yeah, and I think then, I remember saying in my life, City were going to come back and win with 15 minutes left, and they did. Let me look at that. Let me look at that game. I want to see Man City versus Villa 2022. I don't know if... And that was on... Mate, I know you don't like doing this. I did this to you last time. But you did it. Fair play to you. Chuck, give me one of these. Woo! Just give me one. Yes. No, I'll take it. I could still feel it. Mate, you know when City were down 2-0? Ilkay Gundogan made it 2-1. He scored after 76 minutes.
Wow.
And he got the winning goal after 81, which is 9 times 9. And Coutinho made it 2-0 after 69 minutes. Queen Elizabeth equals 69, coronated exactly 69 weeks after she became the queen. And what were all the 2-4-4s you kept saying? This shows you that it's insane. 2-4-4s. Manchester City team stats, 24 shots, Aston Villa 4. 2-4-4.
Wow.
Mate, I'm going to tell you something I know you're going to go against me here. It's just what my stomach's saying to me now. And I have to look deep. I have to look really deep.
Yeah.
Something's telling me we have to really keep an eye on Germany. Gundogan's German, isn't it?
Yeah.
Keep an eye on Gundogan, mate. Keep an eye on Gundogan and Germany. Didn't Gundogan get the opening goal recently, Germany against England as well, in that 3-3 game?
Yeah, I believe he might have even got 2. No, I can't remember, but
No, I don't think he got 2. I think the guy who got 2 was the guy who plays for Chelsea.
oh right.
Kai Havertz, I think, scored 2. But that was where England drew 3-3, and they got 3 draws and 3 losses, like 33. It was Group 3. Just to joke all the threes with them. I think we have to have a little look into Germany. Remember the Euro 96 final was Czech Republic against Germany as well.
Yeah, and this next bit might push you further on Germany. Where is it? Yeah, in that semi-final. So if it score was is 1-1. First goal was Shearer. Second goal was Stefan Kuntz.
Yeah, careful with that, mate. That's a made-up name as well. There's so many made-up names. His last name wasn't Kuntz.
Yeah.
Such a joke.
He was. His birth is 30th of the 10th, 1962. 60 years, 7 weeks exactly to World Cup final when Germany won 6-7 on penalties. He manages Turkey national football team, and between Kuntz and Shearer's birth is 7 years, 41 weeks exactly. 741 is a 38th triangular number. Death, Baphomet, pandemic, killing.
Christmas Day. Christmas Day is on 12/25, which is 13 times 13. Christmas Day is going to be 7 days after the World Cup final.
And yeah, I think you said that Southgate missed a 6 penalty to keep it at 6-6, and then the winning penalty scorer for Germany was Andreas Müller.
Wasn't that Euro 96 final 6-5 to Germany?
I looked at one site, it said 6-5, and then I went on to another site, and it had all the list of penalty takers, and it said 6-7.
I think it was 6-5 because I don't think anyone missed for England apart from Southgate. I think Shearer scored, Gascoigne, Pierce maybe, I don't know. I think it was 6-5, which would connect with your 3-1-3, the 65th prime.
Okay, right.
I don't think another. Can you remember another England player missing? I'm pretty sure number 6 Southgate missed the 6-1, and then Germany won it. Or maybe.
Yeah, what I think they meant was it was 6-5, but plus the 1-1.
Boom. That's what you're getting. That's what you're getting at. Yeah, that 100%. That's where you're getting the 7-6
I
from.
would call it 6-5 on pens, but they're calling it 6-7.
You could also call it 5-6 for another 56 as well.
Yeah, but the winning penalty was scored by Müller, and his date of birth, born 2nd of the 9th, 1967, anniversary of World War II, and his birth to Queen Elizabeth's death is 660 months, 6 days, 666.
Wow, and you said Muller scored, and we recently had Gerd Muller dying as well. Mate, keep an eye on Germany. I keep saying England, Argentina, Brazil. I'm going to look deep into Germany now because nobody's talking about them.
One thing that's happened with the gematria calculator is accents. Now I think they don't count. So when you type in a word with an accent, it's like you haven't put in the accent. He's changed it because the numbers are different on the words with accents. So I don't know what's accurate. Really.
I've never. I'll be honest with you, bro. I'll be honest with you. I've never used accents, so I don't care. I've never used them.
Right, okay.
I've always avoided accents for me. I think it complicates everything. We're using the English language, the English alphabet, the 26 letters. I ain't messing around with accents for me.
I suppose, but when it's someone's name, they're always going to carry that same name. But yeah, it's right on both sides, really. But
it's like again, it's like it's like the thing with like, do you believe it's? Are you going to go with the exact date, or are you going to include the end date? Again, with coding, there's no absolute way of doing it. Did you say Stalin died in 53 and he died the 5th of March, like 5/3/53?
Yeah. Or 3/5.
Yeah, but you can call it. I think I've been blessed that I've lived in the US. You can also call it the 5th of March. So he died 5/3/53, and March, like 5th of March, can be written 5/3/53. You could see that as 5/3/53 if you wanted to And 53 times 2 is 106 for Prince Philip's birthday.
Yeah. He's going to be very connected to it, Stalin.
Right. Have you done the anniversary? I don't know, because you've covered so much. Like I said, he was born in Georgia, but have you done his anniversary?
Queen's coronation. His death, the Queen's coronation.
No, I was going to do, have you done his death day anniversary to the Queen's death?
His death day anniversary? No, I haven't.
Right. Let me do it.
By the date of birth. Yeah, have a look.
So you said it was March the 5th, 2022 is the anniversary of his death, yeah? And the Queen died 9/8. Oh my goodness me. I just knew in my soul. Mate, you said
9/8.
Stalin died the 64th day of the year, yeah?
Yeah, the same day England were founded, yeah.
And he died a span of 6 months and 4 days. No, the anniversary of his death is a span of 6 months and 4 days. And 6 months and 4 days is 26 weeks and 6 days. 266, mate.
Wow.
Mate. I'll try and remember that and screenshot it, whatever, for us. Mate.
Yeah.
Mate, how insane is that?
This World Cup's crazy. The amount of connections it has to so many things, it's mad.
Oh my, wait. The upcoming anniversary of his death, 3/5/2023, is 25 weeks and 3 days after the Queen's death. And you know what 253 is, don't you?
253.
Yeah, his connection with 22. 253 is the 22nd triangular number, and the upcoming anniversary of his death is 25 weeks and 3 days after the Queen died.
Right.
What
22nd World Cup is done.
That's 5 months and 25 days as well, and 525 is when George Floyd died. Mate, don't you just wish millions of people were listening to this and not just 74?
Yeah, but
not everybody's ready for it, are they? Not everybody's ready for it.
No, not at all. You bring it up and they think you're crazy, so I don't bring it up.
All right, fair enough.
You know?
Fair enough.
I bring up certain things, like the 3 black players missing for England penalties.
I'll never forget. So back when I was in my Discord days, where my whole life revolved around coding and gambling and winning money, there was a guy in the chat, and he said before the penalty shootout, 3 England players will miss, and they'll all be black. He said it before the shootout. It's probably the greatest thing I've ever come across before it happened. He said 3 English players will miss and they'll all be black. I don't know if he was bantering it. It's one of those things you're kind of having banter. You're having a bit of banter with it. You're joking around, like, because of all the racism. I don't know if he was like, or if it was just a gut feeling, but he said it. And then I remember Rashford missed. He went, here we go. There's one. There's one. And then Sancho missed. There's 2. And then as soon as it said that Saka was taking the next penalty, we were all thinking, oh my God, he's missed. He's missed. And it was like the worst penalty I've ever seen that Saka. No, I've seen worse, actually. But it was like a little kid taking a penalty that Saka and Sancho took. Pathetic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Truly pathetic, man. Somebody's calling these people android actors. I think that's genius. Oh, wow. Did you see my code for Verstappen to win the F1 today?
Briefly, I was busy. Obviously, I had to do some work, and then I was looking at this.
Well, we know how big 33 is, don't we? That's when I had my awakening. We just know how incredible that is. Coronavirus declared a global pandemic. 11 times 3 is 33. Jesus died at 33. Highest degree of masonry. We can go on all day long with 33. And I know
Yeah.
how connected, and the race isn't over yet. So maybe I've cursed myself here. It is what it is. I don't know. I had Verstappen to win today, and
Right.
he's leading. And I said if 33 plays today, then Max Verstappen should win the United States GP. For the majority of Max
Right,
Verstappen's career, he drove the number 33 car. Maximilian Verstappen equals 303, like 33. Today's is 137th race, the 33rd prime, and he can get his 33rd win. It's his 33rd race, and he can get it's his 137th race. He can get his 33rd win. Sunday equals 33. The race is a span of 3 weeks and 3 days after his birthday. Verstappen now drives number 1 for Red Bull, which gives you wings connected to Satan. After previously driving number 33, Pope Francis became the Pope on 13-3, like 133. This knowledge is pretty goddamn sacred, isn't it? If he wins it, people will probably say, well, it's Verstappen. But what are the chances of all these? What are the chances of him getting his 33rd career win in his 137th race, and 137's the 33rd prime, and he drove the number 33 car for pretty much his whole career? What are the chances of that? Like it's all been destined for that.
Yeah, I think it's in the bag.
Well, it's saying the book is saying it's pretty much done, but it's still showing them.
Just as you're saying the 33s, I was looking at the rest of my code, which is a Greenwood one, where his debut goal was against Sheffield United in a 3-3 draw.
And they call them the Blades as well, don't they? I remember that game, the Blades, which might be connected to war with swords.
Yeah. And Skull and Bones, the cross swords, isn't it? Like West Ham.
Exactly. Sheffield has a lot of Masonic sinks as well. It's also where Jamie Vardy played, isn't it? With Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday are called the Owls, and the owl connects to the occult.
Yeah.
The Hillsborough disaster as well, Sheffield.
So, that debut game was 312 weeks from Pope Francis installed as Pope. And he was 3-3 draw, and 3 months, 2 weeks, 2 days to coronavirus declared pandemic, 3-2 Skull and Bones. And it was 666 days to Jimmy Greaves' death, or 95 weeks. 22nd FIFA World Cup equals 95, the Queen equals 95, and 1,080 days to Liz Truss becoming PM. Luke 1018, Event 201 was on 1018.
Wow, do you remember? You know, Kanye West was born 1,018 days before the Georgia Guidestones were erected.
Oh, was he?
Mate, Kanye West.
Yeah, and what do they call him?
They call him like
Jesus reference.
Jesus or something, and he's all over.
The Yeezy shoes, which people, this is how dumb people are. They were queuing for like overnight.
Yeah.
2 roads down to buy a pair of those shoes that look like homeless shoes.
Well, what about those satanic shoes where they sold 666 pairs that had blood in the sole? Little Nas X. Little Nas X. And, and Kanye West is with Kim. Yeah. Yeah, Little Nas X. X, it's 10 in Roman numerals as well. That's why it's the X Factor, which is all satanic. But and the Skull and Bones is like an X, isn't it, when they do the sign? Kanye West is dating Kim Kardashian, who yesterday turned 42. Yeah. Who has a bloke's middle name.
On those shows, you know, the reality singing shows, they always give an X, don't they?
Yep, it's the X. It's for Satan, which people don't get.
Yeah.
Again, think about it. Think about this. Like, when you were younger and you got something incorrect, what did they do? In red pen, they gave you an X, a cross. Yeah. And so
a red cross
connects to England's flag, the St. George's flag.
And Knights Templar,
and the charity, and the so-called charity, Red Cross Foundation. So
the Red Cross.
Where they just steal your money from you. But in general, like, the X is associated with negativity, isn't it? Like, when you think about when you get an X next to your response or your answer, it's wrong. So when this whole X thing is a joke, like it's all over the show. There's so many X's. I could do a whole video. I wonder why they call it an X-ray as well. I wonder why they call it an X-ray.
Yeah. And when you're correct, you get a tick, like the Nike sign, goddess of victory, isn't it?
Yeah, Nike is the goddess of victory. Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of off the charts, isn't it? All of this, it's absolutely wild, man. It's
mad. I mean, I was a fan of Jordan Maxwell and the stuff he put out. And
what about D? I'll say you go. Say that again, mate. You go.
He might have been controlled, but he actually died penniless, and he wasn't actually that famous.
Who's that?
Some of the stuff he put out is just crazy.
Oh, Verstappen won. Verstappen won.
Oh, nice one,
mate. Are you ready for this? You know you did the most incredible 144 connection.
Yeah.
Verstappen came first, right? Number 1. That's the number of his car now. Right. Number 1. Lewis Hamilton came second with Mercedes, number 44. 144. 144. And it's saying here that it's mentioning the beginning of the next Formula 1 season, right? Begins on March the 5th, the anniversary of Sterling's death.
Wow. And from today to the World Cup, can you do? Because I'm on my phone.
All right, I'll do it, mate. This live's been absolutely spectacular. Thank you.
Where's he from exactly, Verstappen?
Verstappen's, is he not Dutch? I think he's Belgium Dutch.
Could be.
He's Belgium Dutch, right. But he competes under the Dutch flag.
I was thinking maybe if he had some German in him, it could be Germany, England, and Germany win. But
well, what about Belgium, mate? They're called the Red Devils, their nickname. And they've been bigging them up forever, haven't they? They've been bigging up Belgium forever. Like,
but not recently. Not recently.
Yeah, but that'll be the time where they end up sneaking it, where nobody's thinking about them. You know what I mean? Been bigging them up. It's supposed to be the Red Devils. That's the nickname.
Maybe this Hazard's going through some rituals where he's doing nothing, so he might pop up and be like Pele, you know, America.
Yeah, no, that's a very valid point. This Verstappen, by the way, is his height's 1.81 as well, the 42nd prime for another. He joined Red Bull in 2016.
Wow.
So yeah, he won. I had the books to get upset. There's this crazy code for the Bengals, but there was I've started doing this now for people. Is when I do like the NFL, I'll put the code for the favorite who I think is going to win. Then I'll give you arguments for why the other team might cover the spread, and then it's up to them because that way. You can win both, can't you? In the community, you might take the spread and the team loses and you win, but the favorite may also win.
Yeah, true.
So it's a better way for me to do it without. You could say it's covering your back or whatever, but I really don't care. What about the NFL being founded on 17-9, which is Patrick Mahomes' birthday, who plays for the Chiefs? Yeah, it was founded 17-9, the 41st prime in 1920 in Ohio, I think, and that's Patrick Mahomes' birthday.
Whose birthday?
Patrick Mahomes, who's the quarterback for the Chiefs, the baby goat.
Yeah, I know Mahomes. Yeah, Mahomes, something.
Mate, do you mind? I don't know if you saw this. I think this is going to blow your nose off. Do you think I should read out the code that I had for the books or save it for a video? Because it's insane. So I save it. There's no need to. We've covered so much here. I think I might save it as a separate video. Somebody left a comment on YouTube that inspired it. And then I added to it. It was incredible. Brady lost, mate, in a huge Freemason 9/11 ritual. Like, that's simply off the charts, and it connects to time as well. It's all about 246, which is Messi's birthday, which might not be a good sign for Messi. The fact that Brady stayed on 246 regular season wins today. I'll maybe do a separate video on it because when it comes to Brady, people pay attention, don't they? When you do videos about the GOATs, People pay attention.
Yeah. I've still got a bit left though.
Do it, mate. I think people are not getting bored. Like looking at the chat numbers, it's staying around 67 and 80. But I'm sure over a couple of thousand will probably watch this. Guys, do me a favor. Do me a big favor. I hate doing this. Like this. If you're enjoying this, give it a like and share it. The knowledge that me and Chuck are sharing with you here for free is mind-blowing. So, again, I hate doing this geeky, quirky stuff. Hit the like and share this, guys, because it needs to be shared, man. It needs to be shared. It's not difficult to hit a like button. It does my head in having to ask for it, but I think it does actually help with the algorithm. All right, Chuck, keep banging this out, mate. Keep banging it out, baby.
Hold on. 1 sec.
Yeah, the Women's Euro 2022 final was England-Germany, and it did finish 2-1, just like England won the 1966 World Cup final against Germany 21 years after England defeated them in World War II. Yep. All right, go on, lad.
So Greenwood's debut for England was 5th of the 9th, 24 months, 2 days to Liz Truss becoming PM. Ukraine war day again. She was the 78th PM. He came on in the 78th minute, and it was against Iceland equals 42. And now people in the UK will struggle to put the heaters on.
Yes. Yeah, brilliant. And do you remember Greenwood played against Paris Saint-Germain? Was that his debut game where they won 3-1 and Rashford got that penalty? He came on in that game, didn't he? Was his debut against PSG?
That might have been his debut, but his first goal was against Aston.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain he made his debut against Paris Saint-Germain,
I
mate.
saw that, but I didn't take that much notice of it. Really.
The home of the Jesuits, bro. The home of the Jesuits is where Mason Greenwood makes his debut. Yeah. And let me look at that, all right? Let me look at that.
Yeah, have a look.
Because I know United won that, because that's when I was still a big United, I was still supporting them. They won 3-1, didn't they? And it finished 3-3, and Man United won on away goals. Lukaku got a couple of goals. And I remember Rashford, 94th minute. We know Prince Philip died, 9-4. And I always remember Rashford got the penalty, and I remember the first guy to celebrate with him was Greenwood. So my memory is pretty wild, man. It's like there's something wrong with me. Let me see what time he came on. Well, he was wearing 54 here. He was wearing that 54 when he came on. Wow, he's got 2.7 million followers right now on Instagram, 27, mate.
Wow.
And that game, 3-3, bro. 3-3. Another 33. Rashford, that number 10. I think Lukaku was it was the round of 16 as well, and 53 is the 16th prime. I'm trying to find out when he came on. Bear with me. And didn't recently Paris Saint-Germain come to Man United and beat them 3-1, and that was on 12-2 for another 1-2-2. PSG came, I remember Neymar got a couple of goals, and that was on 12-2, mate.
A couple of years ago, maybe. Or...
That was 2020. 12-2. PSG, I remember Neymar. Neymar got a couple of goals, and I think Rashford scored for United.
Yeah, and they played Atalanta shortly after, didn't they? Is that the one?
There you go.
They played Atalanta.
Wow, my brother's going to Italy next week, and he's going to go watch Atalanta against Lazio. This is insane. Is it today?
Today they played.
Was that today? Then he's there. He went there today. My brother. Oh, that's why he's got the photo on his Instagram with pizza. I was going to say that looks really nice. Yeah. So it's today. What score did it finish?
I think Lazio 1-0 too, I think.
All right.
They're not giving... I think he's on 156 wins. What's his name? Giampiero.
Wow.
Whatever his name.
Wasn't when Man United beat PSG and Greenwood made his debut? Because he was 17 years old, mate. He was 17 years old, and guess how many days? 156. He broke the record. He was the youngest player to play for Man United in the Champions League. 17 years, 156 days. He broke the record by Piqué. And do you know who was coaching?
Really?
No, it was Piqué. You remember Piqué was at United?
Yeah.
Rooney got his Champions League debut at 18, where he got a hat-trick on his debut against Fenerbahce. He was wearing number 8, I think.
Right.
But do you know who was coaching PSG when Man United upset them?
Tuchel.
Brilliant.
Tuchel?
Thomas Tuchel, yeah.
Tuchel. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Tuchel against Solskjaer, wasn't it? And the star man in this game was Lukaku, who's a load of shit. And we were just talking about Belgium.
Yeah.
Wow, mate! Like we've just covered so much in this live that I feel like I need to go jump in the swimming pool soon. As above, so below is 156. 666 equals 156. That's just what Joseph's saying. This is crazy.
Right, yeah.
Somebody's just been given a £400 electric voucher. They're giving out vouchers for your electricity now. What a joke. That by accepting that and playing along with it and being happy about it is why they get away with it, isn't it? Somebody gave me that. I tell them to shove it right up their ass and tell them electricity should be free. So you can shove that electricity right up your ass.
People were happy to take, the furlough, sit at home doing nothing, but now hyperinflation is because of that endless money printing. Now we're in this position because of that. It was always going to happen, obviously, but now they got something to blame it on.
All by design.
But you don't get nothing for free from the government. If they give, they'll take to the other hand.
So exactly, there's no such thing as free when it comes to the government.
No.
So Argentina are currently 34 games unbeaten. When do you think their run ends?
Is there no friendlies before the World Cup? Probably not, is there? It's not.
I think they've got another. I'm not sure actually.
One more.
So there's probably one more. Wait, if they win that and then win the World Cup, that means and they go undefeated. That's 42 games. Oh my goodness, that's pretty wacky. That's pretty wacky, isn't it?
It could happen.
Wow.
41 skull and bones.
Yeah, but 42 is significantly bigger than 41 right now.
Bigger, yeah. But maybe not for Argentina, though, to get it.
I was going to ask you this. Like in the baseball, I know you don't give a shit about American sports, which is fine. But Philadelphia, which is connected to Revelation, they're leading 3-1. It's 1-4 against the Padres. Padre means father. Kobe was born in Philadelphia and he died at age 41. And he's so synced up with the number 41. Do you think that's going to hit for Philadelphia? I think they're going to lose the next game now, the more I've looked into it, and win and close it 4-2. Do you think 41's a bigger trap because of the whole Kobe equals 41? No, Kobe Bryant equals 41. He died at 41. He's from Philadelphia. Seems like a big trap that they'll probably do it 4-2.
I would say, 42 might be the play.
I'm just questioning if 42 is now a trap with our Revelation knowledge, but hardly anyone has this knowledge, do they? Most people have the Kobe knowledge now. Hardly anybody uses Revelation in the codes.
They'll go with the 41.
I think they will, won't they?
Like most people. But it doesn't mean that's what they're going to do with it. That's why it's tough.
Yeah.
They set these traps.
Mr. Flynn said Brussels to Doha is 3044 miles as the crow flies, and Lusail Stadium is situated north of downtown Doha and is between 10-11 miles. So the actual distance from Brussels to Lusail Stadium is 3033 miles, mate. Wow, Mr. Flynn.
Yeah.
That's insane. Somebody's saying Diego Maradona equals 121, just like Revelation, and that's 11 times 11. Do you think
it could be anyone at this point in the final, but I am sticking with England to win it.
Do you think there's going to be one? Which major team do you think is going to go out in the group stage? There's always one. Okay.
Although yeah, France.
A lot of
Well,
French
group
players
stage,
are getting
I
humiliated,
would
aren't
say
they?
group stage. I would
France,
say
yeah.
maybe France. I would say, yeah. I don't think. Yeah.
It happens a lot when they win the World Cup. The next tournament, they have a shocker. No one's ever won back-to-back World Cups. And there's been a lot of rituals. And Mbappe dating a you-know-what, I'm not allowed to say it on YouTube. The whole thing with, like, the centre-half for West Ham, Zuma kicking a cat. There's been a lot of rituals with French players. I think they could go. I think they could go.
And they've given, what's his name? The Golden Boot winner.
Benzema. Yeah.
He's had a lot of trophies recently.
Yeah, they're not giving him the World Cup as well. Not a chance. He's already got it. No, he didn't play, did he? He didn't get selected. Do you reckon?
No, he didn't. He didn't get on with the manager, I think.
Well, that's what they tell us, all the bullshit. He fell out with Evra. He fell out with Evra in a tournament, supposedly, all a big joke. But again, maybe misses out on the World Cup. What happens? Gets the Ballon d'Or instead.
Yeah.
I've always said they get punished. They go through rituals at that level, and then they get rewarded. So I'm saying somebody like Greenwood will end up having an incredible career if the world doesn't go to shit because of what he's done here.
Maybe.
He ain't getting arrested.
Yeah, I can't see football continuing for that much longer. Sport.
No, it's on its way out, isn't it? People say there's too much money involved. That's people who are so naive to the fact that it's nothing to do with money. It's fulfilling rituals. So, yeah, I think there's not long left with pro sports, to be honest. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. We'll find out if it happens, won't we?
Well, it's just, it's why they're going out the way that which is not going to be good because if it stops, it's because the new world order starts. So that's even worse.
Do you know that? You know, we're connecting Sheffield with a lot of these connections.
Just the one I had, yeah.
Yeah, and well, then the Hillsborough disaster and the stuff I said with like the owl, with with all of that.
Yeah.
Sheffield's called the Steel City, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Joseph Stalin's nickname was Man of Steel.
Wow.
That's what his nickname was, Man of Steel. Suppose he had like big balls, didn't he? Like he. Again, I don't even know if these people like either exist or if they're made up characters, but they're no doubt.
Yeah, playing. Yeah, actors playing the part.
Yeah, just like Hitler was just a character on the world stage.
Yeah.
Like, I think Stalin was just a high-ranked Freemason who played that role, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it was Charlie Chaplin playing Hitler.
Yeah, no, well, I've said that Walt Disney and Hitler was the same person.
Right, yeah. You never know. Face mark.
You know, we were talking about 92, and that's when Denmark won Euro 92, and you got the class of 92 with the Red Devils, don't you? With Scholes, Neville's, Beckham. But, well, the first ever World Cup was 92 years ago.
Wow.
So we've got to look. I think Denmark are going to have a big tournament again, just like they did in the Euros. So they've got too many numbers not to.
Yeah, at least semis, maybe quarter semis.
Yeah, they got to semis of the Euros without their best player.
The manager's got that Prince Philip connection, doesn't he?
He's born 10-6, isn't he?
10-6, yeah.
That's just 16 as well.
All right, so I'll pile through this. There's not that long left. So Astana is in Kazakhstan, founded 16th of the 12th, 1991. To World Cup final is 31 years, 3 days. Again, France is installed as Pope on 3/13. From Kazakhstan founding to Ukraine, to start of Ukraine war is 30 years, 10 weeks, 1 day. Theresa May was PM for 311 days. Kazakhstan founded to Southgate made permanent England boss 15th of the 11/16 is 9,101 days, 9/11, and Queen died 911 days after coronavirus declared pandemic.
And remember, coronavirus was declared a pandemic on 3/11, and 3:11 p.m. is the 911th minute of the day.
Yeah, and Neo's passport, his birthday was 3/11, and his passport ran out 9/11.
2001.
2001.
Yeah, and The Matrix came out in 1999 as well, didn't it?
Yeah. And from Mason Greenwood's birth to Astana, renamed as the capital, 6th of the 5th, 2006, it's 177 weeks, 6 days. Again, Illuminati founded 1776.
And back to your 313, you just said it was founded 6-5. 313 is the 65th prime, and Germany beat England 6-5 in the Euro 96 semi-final penalty shootout.
Yeah.
And pandemic equals 65, and it was declared a pandemic when Bill Gates was 65 years old.
Yeah.
And you said Southgate became head coach 15-11. That's your 26 again.
Right. And the London Olympics opening ceremony was all about coronavirus and satanic, and to Southgate made England boss was 4 years 2 months. Again, beast reigned for 42 months. 4 years 2 months is 50 months. Satanic equals 50.
Harry Kane got his 50th England goal against Germany, by the way.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah.
And Hitler was born 420.
Yeah.
And then he died 430, 10 days after his birthday. Come on, man. On the Church of Satan's founding date, he died.
Yeah.
It's just a joke. It's beyond it. I'll say this again, guys, if you're still focusing. I know we've gone on a while here, but Adolf Hitler died on the anniversary. No, he died before, didn't he? Adolf Hitler died April the 30th, 1945. And then in 1966, the Church of Satan was founded on April the 30th. So you've got what there? Another wait.
22 years.
21 in it.
21 years.
Right. Okay.
21.
All right. So England won the 1966 World Cup final against Germany in '66. 21 years after Hitler died and World War II ended, and then the Church of Satan was founded 21 years exact after Hitler died. 21 plus 21 is your 42, mate. This is spectacular stuff. I think this World Cup final is going to finish 2-1 to somebody. Just like it might be an extra time. I think it's finishing 2-1. Just like England beat Germany 2-1 in that women's Euro final this season. I think it's going to be 2-1. I don't know who to. I think it's going to be 2-1, mate.
Yeah, very possible. Yeah, and Kazakhstan founded 16th of the 12th, 1991. 15 months, 6 days after George Bush's 1990 NWO speech, 156 prime is 9/11. Bush gave that speech on 9/11. He gave speech 11 years before 9/11 attacks. And 15 months, 6 days is 66 weeks. 66 is 11th triangular number. 11 is like 2 pillars. Astana Football Club's manager, Grigory Babayan, born 2nd of the 4th, or 4-2, again another 4-2. 1980, same year as Georgia Guidestones.
And then they came down. They came down 42 years after they were erected.
Yeah, 42 years, and he was born 15,600 days to World Cup final. 156 prime is 9/11. Born 15,500 days to Queen Elizabeth's death. Elizabeth equals 155, coronavirus 155, Freemasons 155.
You know when Brady won Super Bowl 55, the Satanic Super Bowl. The Bucks ended the season 15-5, their record.
Wow.
They won 15 and lost 5. This is mind-blowing, man. Oh, my goodness.
He was made Astana boss 13th of the 9th, 22, exactly 32 years, 0 months, 0 weeks, 2 days from Bush's NWO speech, 322 Skull and Bones.
And that's when the Georgia Goldstones were erected, 322.
Yeah. This is why it's so sinister, all this. And,
Yeah.
Charlie Daniels, who wrote and sang The Devil Went Down to Georgia, he died exactly 900 days to World Cup final, another 9. Sun equals 9, like on Kazakhstan. He shares the same birthday as Bill Gates. 1936 he was born.
Just like Pope Francis.
Yeah. And to Francis Bergoglio's, but it's 50 days to Pope Francis, his birthday. Satanic equals 50, which is 1 month, 19 days, like 119.
And
of course,
Ronaldo,
19 years.
Ronaldo made his second debut for the Red Devils on 11-9 and got his 119th goal as well for them.
Yeah, true. And of course, he was born 19 years before Bill Gates, the 19th moon cycle and so on.
Yeah, hence COVID-19. Wow, that's absolutely.
Yeah, COVID-19 and 19th prime is 67, Satanic 67, and COVID-19, 19 written out equals 67, blood sacrifice 67, higher Providence 67. And okay, Kiss World Monster Tour, you've heard me talk about that.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's all about us with Pope Francis. It began in his hometown, Buenos Aires, on 7/11/2012 to World Cup final. It's 10 years, 5 weeks, 6 days, 156. Prime is 9/11.
Mate. When you say 7/11, are you saying July the 11th?
No, I'm
on November
7th of November.
Oh.
I done it at that purpose because obviously sometimes Americans watch it.
No, that's good. I'm just saying if it was 7/11 as in July the 11th, that would have been exactly 9 years before the Euro 2020 final. And Pope Francis became the Pope 9 years ago. Well, that's why there's so many nines. He became the Pope 2013.
It began on 7th of November 2012 and it ended 8th of November 2013.
It's funny how 7 plus 11 is your 18 for your 6 plus 6 plus 6, and 7 times 11 is 77.
Yeah, and it was and it was 9 years, 110 days to Ukraine war start with all of these 9/11s. And how many shows did they have? 56.
Oh my goodness!
England can win the World Cup 56 years later.
Do you know the London? You know the London bombings?
Yeah, 7/7.
Yeah, 7/7, and Boris Johnson, the 77th Prime Minister, resigned on 7/7. The 17-year anniversary of the London bombing. 17 is the 7th Prime. 56 people died at the London bombings.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So, mate, all this stuff we're talking about, who's coding it to you? Is it them? Is it these societies? Is it God? Is it the devil? Is it a combination?
This can't be done by man.
All right.
I don't know if it's God or the devil, to be honest. Because God is using the devil. I really don't. I think the God. There you go.
I think God's using the devil to test us. And I think the coronavirus, Jesus was the King of Kings. Everyone says it's satanic, the coronavirus. I think it was a massive test for humanity. I think everything that's going on a daily basis is us actually being judged. I think God uses the devil. All right, that's what I'm saying. So we can say it's all Satanism, but God's allowing it to an extent, and we have our free will whether we're going to play along with it or not. That's how I see it, and I think that's beautiful, having that view to it all. Yeah. Instead of it's Satan, everything's Satan. There's nothing we can do. It's Satan. No, God's using Satan to test us. And if anything, people like you and I are thriving. If this is an exam, Chuck, if this is a race, we're flying. All right? We're flying right now. And that's how I see it. I see everything within the world now. It's satanic, it's dark, it's doom. No, We're being tested. We're going to see how powerful your spirit and soul is right now over the next X amount of years.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with all you're saying, but when I hear people say they will never accept the mark of the beast, right?
Yeah.
I can resonate with that, but these people, they've not suffered starvation. They've not gone without a meal for 8 hours. Imagine going without a meal for like 18 days.
That's a very valid point. That is no doubt a valid point. That's why I'm saying we'll be truly tested. I ain't saying it's going to be easy. Just like Chris.
No, not you, but other people that I've spoken to on YouTube, they're saying, no, I will never. Well, never say never, because you don't know what they're going to throw at you.
No, that's very fair. All I'm going to say about it all is we're going to be tested like we've never been tested before. And right now, I feel like I'm ready for it. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy and that I'm going to just be like, yeah, I truly believe in this. I know you may disagree, but I truly believe in the Holy Spirit within me. I believe I will be guided to food. I'll have just enough. I will be protected, but I won't be living a life of luxury. That's how I see it.
No, yeah.
I'll find food. I'll find shelter. I'll find things. And if I don't, who knows how we're going to feel when you're completely desperate? We don't know. We can't answer that.
That's my only point. We don't know what we'll do when we're desperate.
You don't know your true potential until you really get completely challenged. Like we don't know how we're going to react. We can say how we're going to react. We can predict how we're going to react. We don't truly know. And I just believe having this knowledge is going to help us if it really does get as bad as we think it's going to get. It can only help. It doesn't mean it's going to save us. But again, I ain't too in love with the world. I ain't afraid of death either, because I know I'm not going to die. So let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Point, even if we know, how do you prepare? Because you don't really know what's coming. So,
well, Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, and he got through it. We're going to be tested, though. We're going to be tested. And I'm ready. I'm excited, mate. It sounds crazy and insane. Oh, by the way, we missed a 222. Well, you know this. Coronavirus was declared a global pandemic exactly 222 months after 9/11.
Yeah.
Exactly 222. Come on. Come on. Wow.
Yeah. Well, when I told people the Queen died exactly 911 days after coronavirus declared pandemic, they looked at me like I'm crazy. I said, 9/11, does that ring a bell?
Then you could say 9/11 leaves 111 days left in the year, and she was born on the 111th day of the year.
Yeah, but I just started with that, and they looked at me like I'm crazy.
When you tell, I've told that story. I've told that story a little bit with the 9/11 to people, and they kind of do what you're saying, where they dismiss it. But when I tell them that 3:11 p.m. is the 911th minute of the day, and it was declared a pandemic on 3/11, that's the next bit that makes them go, "What? What?" And then you go, "Yeah, like 3 times 11 is 33. 33 times 3 is 99. 9 times 11 is 99." They go, "Wait, what? Say that again, slower." So you just keep pounding them. You keep pounding them with it, where it's like, what? Wait, what? Wait, go back to what you said at the beginning. Yeah, Queen Elizabeth, she died exactly 911 days after coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. Are you aware that corona means crown? Yeah. What did Elizabeth wear on her head? A crown. Okay. And then you can bring up Revelation 9:11, which is all about a king. Who replaced Elizabeth? Charles. King Charles? Yeah. And like I said, you read out Revelation 9:11. And then you read Revelation 3:11, which is basically saying, don't let anybody take your crown. It says, hold on to what you have so that no one will take your own crown. That's 3:11, okay? And then if you do Revelation 9:11, 9:11, it says they have a king over them, the angel of Abyss. His name in Hebrew is Abaddon. And in the Greek, he has the name Apollyon. So again, Greek. Where was Prince Philip born? Greece. Who won the Euros in 2004? Greece. So you throw it all together where you plant a seed and then you take them from there to there. It's almost like your National Express. You're going from one stop to the next to the next.
That's only if they're a little bit open to it.
Yeah.
If they're not open at all, then it's dismissed within that second.
Well, you
but
cannot.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. If they have any level of open-mindedness, you can guide them. If they completely shut off, and they tell you to piss off and shut up, be quiet, let them be and watch what happens to them.
Yeah.
In reality, you can't do everything for them.
So the end of Kiss World Monster Tour, which was 8th of the 11th, 13th World Cup final, is again 9 years, 1 month, 10 days. 9 years, 1 month, 10 days is 9 years, 40 days. Coronavirus pandemic equals 94. Ritual human sacrifice 94. Roman Catholic Church 94.
Philip died. Philip died the 9th of April, 94.
And Philip died 94.
Coronavirus pandemic in Gematria is 94 as well.
And end of Kiss World Monster Tour to Southgate made permanent England boss. Again, 9 years, 1 week, 1 day.
Like, come on, man. And then and who's leading the Premier League right now as we're having this live? Arsenal. 9-1-1.
Yeah.
9 wins after 11 games as we're doing this live. I have all these crazy syncs, mate. I do a live with Joseph Aquaviva 2222 out of nowhere, completely random. And he comes on my show exactly 2,222 weeks after the Georgia Guidestones were erected.
Wow.
And we talked about it. You know what I mean? That's so organic. That's God. That's God. Not me and him. I didn't know he was coming on the show. I had no idea.
No.
And he wanted to talk about the Georgia Guidestones. His name's 2222. Come on.
Yeah.
And that was the day Haaland got 2 goals. And his opening goal was after 22 minutes. And now he has 22 goals in all competitions. And he's 22 years old.
I remember you posting that, yeah.
And it was on the 22nd day of October. You got the 22nd edition of the World Cup. It's like enough's enough now, man. Enough is enough.
And 9 years, 1 week, 1 day is 9 years, 8 days. Queen died 9/8. Carl Henrik Marx was 9/8. And Karl Marx died 14th of the 3rd, 1893. To Pope Francis, installed as Pope, is 120 years exactly. Illuminati, Satanism, Grand Master.
I am so annoyed with myself.
Years. How long is 120 years, you reckon, in months?
Well, you got 12. Okay, so say that again. 12 months times 10. There's 10 years.
120 years.
All right, 12. There's 12 months in a year, isn't there? And 100. So is it 100?
140.
My head's gone.
1,440 months.
1,400. Oh my God! And there's 1,440 minutes in a day.
Wow.
The heck is this, mate? What is this?
Sorry?
This.
I really don't know.
That's your 9 as well. Your 144 is your 9. You got the 144,000, which is connected to the Bible as well, which is biblical.
Oh, right. And you know, Karl Marx was it's a communism. And his birth, his 5th of the 5th.
He did Marxism, didn't he? He did Marxism, which is pretty much that.
Exactly. Lenin and Marx and Lenin, And to the start of the World Cup is 204 years, 200 days.
242.
Ukraine war start. Everything's about the war with this World Cup.
Yeah, because World War III is on its way, isn't it? Like, people say it's already here with Russia and the Ukraine, but when it all really kicks off, that'll be next year.
Kazakhstan is part of that area, and you know.
What if?
What if even England could get dragged into it?
Yeah, for sure, they will get dragged into it, no doubt. But what if they're like prediction I'm making here, gut feeling, no decode. All right, there's gonna be an explosion in Qatar. There's going to be an explosion in Qatar.
During the World Cup.
Yep, and it's going to be in a stadium. There you go. Wow. I've just made it right now. My whole body's shaking here. So that's oh my goodness. There's going to be an explosion in Qatar.
In that case, we'll have to decode. Remember that bomb outside the Paris football ground.
Yep, absolutely, yeah. That's a good point. And then the London bombings, and then the Manchester Arena bombings, which I've decoded. I've just felt when I get this feeling, my whole body goes like this, Chuck. There's gonna be an explosion in Qatar. This is where I feel like I'm, like I don't know.
You actually, I don't know if you can say that on YouTube, can you? But
I don't. Yeah, probably not. No, I'm saying I think I don't know. Yeah, I guess I probably
something, but something big could well happen.
Something's going to go on in Qatar during it, and we know that there's going to be footballers that come out gay, which I've called about a year ago. That's going to happen because they're dead against the LGBT community in Qatar. So they're going to have some stars coming out. And
I think they'll finish the World Cup, or they'll postpone it if that happens. Depends how big it is, obviously.
Yeah, there is that chance. You've had a little thought, haven't you, that it might not even go ahead this tournament? You've said.
I'm more for the Super Bowl, but yeah, I think it goes ahead, but maybe not when it should.
It's just England are playing.
To have the 22nd World Cup, as you said, it makes sense to end on 22.
Do you know the tournament lasts exactly 4 weeks for another 4? It's exactly 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Pope Francis is going to go. Pope Francis is going to go at the age of 86. Elizabeth went at 96. I think next year Pope Francis and Charles could go. To be honest with you, I think they're both gone next year. He's going to go at 86 when Argentina won the World Cup. He's Argentinian, he's a big fan. Charles will go at 74. We know all about that number.
But I think the New World Order will come in and then he goes, personally.
Oh, yeah.
Astana 260 leads me to believe that it kind of starts off during his reign while he's still the Pope.
And we both said, I said ages ago, he's going to be the last ever Pope. I really believe that. I really believe that.
Yeah, I really believe that too.
And then you backed it up with something incredible. Yeah, you backed that up with something amazing. I just felt it in my soul. You had numbers to back it up. I was like, it's going to be the last one. Which
the fact the 2 lightning bolts, I mean, that's God.
That was, wasn't it? That was God. Who cast Satan out of heaven? It wasn't Satan, it was God.
No, yeah.
So it was God who struck the basilica.
33 fallen angels.
No, 33.3%. A third. A third of the angels. Right. That's 33.3%. That's why Tom Brady retired on a day, leaving 333 days left in the year. And 3 times 3 times 3 gets you 27. That's why he won the Super Bowl on 2-7. And also 2:13 a.m. I think is the 333rd minute of the day. It's something wild like that. I think it is. 3:33. Yeah, I think 3:33 a.m. is the 213th minute or something of the day. And Super Bowl 56 was on 2:13, wasn't it? And it was the year Brady retired with 333 days left in the year. I can't believe this, mate. This has been insane.
Very last paragraph here. Mason Mount. Mason, obviously, born 32 weeks, 2 days to 9/11 attack.
Was he?
Yeah, you can check it.
And Mason Mount wears number 19, doesn't he?
For Chelsea or for...
He wears 19 for Chelsea, just like Saka was 19 when he missed that penalty for England. He was 19. But Saka was born in 2001 when 9/11 was.
Yeah. I didn't look at Saka, but yeah.
What have you got then? So you got the 3-2-2 with Mason Mount. What number is he for England?
Just between the two, I just did between the two Masons' birthdays. It's 2 years, 8 months, 3 weeks from Greenwood's birth to Mason's.
Yeah, Greenwood's younger, isn't he?
Yeah, Greenwood's 2001, and Mason's Mount is 1999, I believe.
Tell me Mason Mount's birthday.
I haven't got his birthday. I just put the 322 in. I didn't write his birthday in, but you can look it up quickly. I'm pretty sure it's 1999.
Well, I've got something for you. I've got something huge for you. Mason Mount also wears number 19, by the way, for England.
Oh, okay.
But check this out. You know, I keep talking about 4.
Yeah.
Mason Mount, he was born exactly 4 days before Declan Rice, his best friend.
Wow.
Declan Rice was born January the 14th, 1999, makes him 23. Mason Mount, January the 10th, 1999, also 23. Mason Mount, mate, was born 4 days before Declan Rice, his best friend. Declan Rice is number 41.
I always thought Rice was a couple of years older, but I never looked.
Nope. Mason Mount's 4 days younger than Rice, and obviously Bobby Moore, captain England to the 66 World Cup, played for West Ham. Ron Greenwood coached West Ham for 13 years. Mate, this is absolutely, it's just, come on, man. Come on.
Declan Rice, I'm sure he's going to be connected to like the coming famine. Right.
I think an England player comes out gay, and it could be him. Declan Rice. You've got the Mount as well. The Mount connects to the Bible as well. The Sermon on the Mount.
Yeah, Temple Mount.
Yeah, and you got the Sermon on the Mount. That's in the Bible, and it's connected to Matthew 5:7. Matthew 5:7 for 57. You got Mount Zion as well, which is the city outside of Jerusalem, and then the Temple of the Mount. This is absolutely deep, mate.
And as I say, England is known as the New Jerusalem. So, yeah. All in all, I like England to win it, but I would say the code was more about NWO. So,
and we're just showing how our whole lives and history is connected by a code. We've just shown that in this live. Maybe one of the best lives ever, this. Absolutely phenomenal.
It's been great. Your input has been amazing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I wanted to just keep my mouth shut, but you and I, we bounce off each other. You say something incredible, and I add to it. I say something incredible, you add to it, and that's what it's all about.
Oh yeah, because also your finds are kind of different, so that's why it's good to
yeah, that's why I love doing these lives with you, because we've got so much in common, but we're so different in the way we code as well. But we just, I don't know. It's just, again, it's just like York and Cole. It's just that connection. They're not the exact same player. Like we just connect with each other. Like that's what it's like. Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe, baby. You're like Shaq and I'm like Kobe. I'd be nothing without you. I might get a bit more credit than you. And that's the reality of it all.
You deserve it. The amount of work you put out.
Yeah, I feel like at some point I'm gonna have to burn out for what I do on a daily basis. I may, but I don't know. Maybe I won't. But the knowledge is so infectious, isn't it? It's so beautiful that it can give you that pickup. It's like adrenaline rush. When you share this knowledge and you come across it, it's absolutely spectacular, to be honest.
Yeah, and the amount of rituals coming in, you just think, oh, let me decode that. And you as I say, I only was trying to decode England to win World Cup, and it led me to all this wars and generals and.
Yeah, I do. I decode sports now to basically show that Revelation's playing out, and it just backs it up so often. It's nice for people to win money during all of this, but I have to say it is nice, but it's not why I do what I do anymore. It used to be the main purpose, to win money and help people win it. That's why I did it. That ain't why I'm doing it now. Like the Verstappen thing was all 33. That was all Jesus. For me, maybe people won money. Maybe people took the Panthers to beat the Bucks at halftime. I don't know. If they did, great. If they didn't, and they're frustrated that they missed it, I ain't worried about that anymore.
Well, no, this is a lot bigger than
way bigger than that. Way bigger than that. Somebody's saying in the chat that we're having here that you don't get this on the radio. Imagine I had my own genuine radio station, and I could have guests on, and there were hundreds of thousands of people listening to this, actually interested, but actually interested, like oh my God, it's Chuck and Illusion. Oh my God, I'm tuning in for this. But no, they'd rather watch Strictly Come Dancing.
On the radio about nothing, you know.
Yeah, they're talking shy. It's all negative, and people would rather sit and watch Strictly Come Dancing than listen to this. And that's maybe why we do need a great reset. We do need this world to get flipped on its ass, because we do, Chuck. We do. It does. It needs a good. It does.
Got to give for sure, yeah.
The world right now is just for all of its beauty, the actual society in itself, it's pretty much like the Joker movie, which I shared on my website. Like, they've destroyed and broken us so much that people are going to be, when society does collapse, they're not even going to give a shit because they're so broken. You know, when somebody's so depressed and fed up that whatever happens, they're just done. They can't even gas the energy to even care anymore. I think that's where the world's going to go in 2023 if we allow it. And people are just going to be so done with life and broken. That's where the zombie apocalypse begins. Again, watch the end of the Joker movie, the most recent one. Just, it's chaos.
Oh, the one with fucking Phoenix.
Yeah, it's just complete chaos, and everyone's out in the street, and it's just chaotic, and he's just giggling. He's just laughing.
Yeah, I've seen
just doesn't care.
Not to the point of decoding it, but yeah, it was a bit weird.
Yeah, it was a very strange ending, but yeah, and that whole movie was about mental health, which they're pushing now. The whole Joker movie was all about mental health. All of it was about mental health. Which they're pushing heavily.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see if people go again. If like you said earlier, if there's food shortages and people are not getting entertained like they used to get entertained, and they're getting pushed and prodded, that's when you're going to get people suffering from genuine mental health. So they're almost getting it in your subconscious now to be prepared for it. It's what they do.
Yeah.
Build your spirit, it builds up your mentality, which helps everything. The physical element, yeah, that might be challenging for us if they do not let us go grocery shopping and this, that, and the other, or grow our own food. But
again, do you think they're going to bring us another pandemic, or they're just going to collapse the economy?
I think,
maybe both collapse the economy because of another pandemic.
I think they'll pull another one out in 2025 if they have to. I think they've got it in their back pocket. If we're being good slaves, there's going to be no need for them to do it. There's going to be no need. If we're being good slaves, they won't have to pull out anything like this ever again. If there's X amount of people who are not playing along and it's not going to exact plan, I think all of these people, these Satanists or whatever it is in this realm, they always have a contingency plan. They always have a backup plan just in case. It's like why sport, you have your substitutes and stuff like that. I just think, I think that.
I think it's more wars they're going to push more than anything.
Yeah, I think wars and 100% the economy absolutely crashes. And then we'll see how people react to that and respond to that. Because the reason most people do what they do is for money. It pretty much is the reality. It's the reality. People do what they do for money. And if the economy completely crashes and money doesn't become a factor, it might be an incredibly beautiful and powerful and empowering thing, or it might destroy billions of people where they won't know what to do. We'll find out. Stay tuned, baby. We'll find out.
Well, there's not long left now for the World Cup, so we'll see what rituals play out then.
Well, the most popular app right now is TikTok, and that's what's going on. TikTok, time's running out for summer. Something's going to explode. excuse the pun, but something's about to happen with this whole TikTok, which is your 33 as well for tick and talk. For 3 letters.
Yeah.
But mate, I would say you've done many incredible codes that have blown my mind. This is number one.
I did like this one a lot better than a few of the other ones, but because it connected so many things to
Yep, that's what it's all about, making these connections, isn't it? It's not just for some people focus so much of the energy on one thing. Like there's people still, all they code is Premier League and they don't care about coding anything else and connecting it with anything else. It's just that's their purpose. That's fine, but
yeah,
I love to code to learn.
I can do it now and again to take my mind off it, but I can't do it constantly.
And like you said, you can do the most phenomenal code on paper, and then in the 99th minute, the team equalizes. And you're like, what did I do? And it can just piss you off. These type of codes, you learn so much.
Bigger games, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's all energy harvesting. It's why there's so many late goals. But I'm saying, when we're decoding history...
You've got half an hour doing it, and it's all time. It's a bit irritating.
Oh, of course it is. But when you're decoding like Stalin and connecting it to the wars and connecting it to Church of Satan and connecting it to the Matrix and all this stuff where it undeniably connects, there's no money involved. It's just pure, utter knowledge. And you're doing it for the right reasons. And I think if you're just going to use this knowledge for gambling, yeah, you might do well over the year. I did. I profited significantly. Well, not life-changing money, but I was probably about 5 or 6 grand up over the year. But again, what's that going to really get you? What's that really going to get you? A nice holiday? Go for a few lobsters here and there? It's not going to completely change your life. This knowledge and potentially finding God, it will change. My life's been changed. And it hasn't been changed because I've won extra money through gambling. It's changed because I've found God through this knowledge, through the numbers. That's the whole thing. If I can help people do the same thing, and maybe they win a bit of money along the way, then that's my ultimate goal at this point for me. So this has been absolutely incredible. Joey Williams said, "Brilliant work, Chuck."
I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Adam.
No, this is perfect because my phone's about to die.
Sorry?
My phone's about to die. We've just gone 2 hours and 27, mate, for your 227, the 49th prime.
All right.
7 times 7.
All right.
Well, take care, mate. We'll leave 79 in the live, 22nd prime, about to get our 79th prime minister. Let's leave at that.
Yeah.
Brilliant, mate. Magnificent. You're a blessing. Thank you for all that you do for me and everyone else. Appreciate you.
No, you're welcome, bro.
All right. Cheers, Chuck. I'll speak to you soon.
All right, cheers.
Thank you,
care.
mate. You too. Bye. I feel exhausted. I feel tired. I feel on my word. Like I don't know if it's because I need the AC on. I don't know if it's because I'm hungry. I don't know if it's because I need a pee-pee after that Modelo. ESP Revolution. Yeah, we're not going to be saved by Jesus. You got to save yourself. All right. Can't just wait on a superhero like you watch at Hollywood. The way you'll save yourself is by connecting with Jesus, but Jesus isn't going to save you. All right. You got to know that. You got to be aware of that. Not everybody's going to be saved. Okay. So I believe that was spectacular. And I did it with Chuck, so I'm not blowing my own trumpet. I think what we just shared with you there was life-changing information. This is how you should spend your Sunday, guys. Not sat on your ass watching the rigged NFL or the Premier League or Loose Women or whatever it is. I don't even know if Loose Women's on a Sunday. It shouldn't be on any day. It's shite. All right? Or watching your movies. I guess you can watch your movies if you're actually learning education-wise. But most of the shite on TV, you ain't learning, are you? You're just in a zombie state of mind. Here, you've learned so much. The connections we've made are baffling. Does it mean England win the World Cup? No, it doesn't mean that. It means that there's a lot of incredible numbers that indicate that they may have a great chance. It doesn't mean they're going to win it before you start putting $1,000 on England and then bitching if they don't, all right? A lot of numbers connecting to England winning it. There's a lot of numbers for other countries as well. But wow, the Starling code that he did with the 12-18, is just that was my favorite, by the way. That 144 connection. The guy was born 144 years before the upcoming World Cup final. Come on, the 144. Come on, baby. My birthday, my dad's birthday. Okay, obviously it's a lot bigger than that, the 144 and what it represents, the 1,000 phones and 40 minutes in a day, the 144,000 angels. It connects to so much. The Jehovah's Witnesses, which I think they've infiltrated that 144, by the way, in my opinion. The Jehovah Witnesses. But listen, if I haven't read all your comments, you know why I was focusing on Chuck. Yeah, Sunak and Boris are having a beer right now, laughing at the dumb masses. Yeah, again, if you're going to sit at home and you're going to sit down and be like, oh my God, Boris, who's going to do it? Who cares? They all work for Satan. It don't matter who it is, does it? Don't matter what puppet they put in. It's just a show. The world's a stage. It's just a show. Liz Truss, exit here, please, to be replaced by this person. Okay, just a revolving door of actors, satanic actors deceiving you. Don't give your energy to them. Code them if you want. Laugh at them. Because if they don't repent soon, in my opinion, those people, all right, they won't get saved. We're given every opportunity right now, when you understand the Bible and the book of Revelation, to see that it's playing out, and you have free will and you have the opportunity to stop playing along with Satan's system. You have that opportunity. It's up to you what you do. I've taken it. You see the way I am. I don't play along with it anymore. I refuse to play along with it, and I will not ever play along with it ever again like I used to. The only reason I played along with it is that I wasn't aware that it was being played. No, I didn't read the 101 codes. Sorry. You can email me them and I'll present them for you and say it's yours. But again, I've given so much of my sacred energy, time and knowledge to you this weekend. I haven't really done anything for myself, unfortunately. I don't want to get back in the situation of where I'm just focusing my energy on everybody else. I've got to look out a little bit for me as well. So I'm going to eat something now. I need a pee-pee. Mommy, I need a pee-pee. Woo! All right. Yeah, protect your energy. Look after yourself. Look after your loved ones. Don't be too in love with the world. Just be of the world. Help people. And enjoy it, guys, whilst you can. Whilst there's food in your fridge, enjoy it. All right? Whilst you've got the heat in, bang it on, baby. Bang it on. Don't be like, oh, I don't want to pay the money or whatever. Bang it on. Enjoy it whilst you can, because maybe soon you won't even have the opportunity to turn your eating on. Woo-hoo. Let me get this AC off. Let's leave it. Blueberry cheesecake time, baby. Wow. 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 I want some cheesecake. I might go out. And get some cheesecake, baby. All right? If you're angry, your daddy Satan is putting you on the back. Yeah, he wants you angry. He wants you frustrated. He wants you agitated. That's why he does all those late dramas in sports, because he knows that he's taking your energy. He knows it and he loves it, but he's already lost. You might lose a bet. Satan's already lost. Haven't you? Baby. Ooh, 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 ooh. Baby. Let's go. I'm off. Woo, woo. Cheers, guys. Much love. If you're not on my website, guys, check it out. Do me that favor. What an amazing community I have. And if you're on it, thank you. God bless you all. Cheers, Chuck. You really are a blessing. You really are. Okay? Take care. Off I go. Woo! Woo!